Alright. Back to the game. Alright. Hopefully our audio is working. Okay. Let's get started. I'm Mats. We are gonna play Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Why this game? It's not a really good choice because CRPGs don't stream very well. So choosing this to start, probably not the best choice in the world, but this is what I wanted to play. Also, because I've played the prequel to this game. I played Pillars of Eternity 1 to completion. It's fucking awesome. The reason I'm not going to stream that is because I think it'd be a pretty miserable experience to watch. Most of Pillars of Eternity 1 is not voice acted. This game is, I think, every spoken word by a character is voice acted. The narrator is not always voice acted. I'm going to read that poorly. But these are awesome games. I really like CRPGs. I think they're... If you don't know what a CRPG is, like, I think it's classical role-playing games. So, like, if you've ever seen... They're usually, like, top-down, party-based, story-driven. Think like Baldur's Gate, that just came out, super popular. Pillars of Eternity 1, this game's prequel, was like a Kickstarter project that got a bunch of funding, and they made like an old school style game. I don't know, it's like by the fans, for the fans sort of thing. And like I said, it's fucking great. We are going to go over it. We're going to spend a little bit of time going over the first game, talking about the world, the characters, because one of the super cool things about this game is that it is going to take my save from the first game and it's going to carry over into this one, which is pretty cool. So any decision that I made, characters that live or died, quests that I did, so on and so forth, like they're going to carry over into this game. We're going to see their effects. Full disclosure, I have played this game maybe like the first 25 to 30% of it. That's kind of a theme in my game library. I have a tendency to start games and then see something else that I really want to play and go play that. We are going to see this through. I don't care if nobody watches this. I'm going to play the whole game through. We have all the DLCs installed. We are gonna do... I'm not gonna say we're gonna do every single side quest in the game, but we're gonna do most of them. We're gonna look into the characters. We're gonna talk about, like I said, the world, the lore. We're gonna look at their bestiary. We're gonna be playing it on the hardest difficulty, which is gonna be a challenge. I can tell you in the first game, at one point, I fucking gave up and quit playing for like 2 months or something, and then went back to it. These are pretty fucking hard games. We'll talk more about the difficulty as we go, but what we want to do is when we start, we're going to kind of get a refresher on things that happened in the first game. I spent a little while trying to figure out the best way to do that. I think I've got a way. So I was kind of watching a video. There's a guy on YouTube. I think it's more Tismal Gaming. He does great videos on all sorts of RPGs, and he has a ton of content on this game. And he has a full synopsis of the first game, but it's like an hour long. And I don't want to do that. So I have a shorter video that we are going to watch. But core tenets of the world that these games take place in, right out of the gate to know. The world is called Aora. It's a really cool fucking world building. One of the things that are like so cool about these games is like they're really close to like reading a good book, because you get like a cast of characters, a lot of really fucking cool world building, and if you're into that sort of thing, you can get like super immersed in it. So this world, Eora, souls are real. Everybody knows that. Just a fact. Souls are like real, tangible things. On top of that, reincarnation is real. Also, everybody knows that. It's not like a myth or a theory. Everybody just knows it. So in this world, there are like green rocks that grow out of the ground that are called Adra, and kind of the lore is that that's where souls go when you die. They get like funneled into this Adra. I'm sure we're gonna see a whole bunch of it in the game. You go through to the wheel, is kind of the way it's referred, and I could spend a long time, but you are reincarnated into a different life, but you don't remember your previous lives. But soul's real, reincarnation's real. Also, gods totally exist. We talk to them in the first game. Like, you interact with multiple gods, kind of like a Greek pantheon thing. And did I? Hold on. Let's double check here. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, so those are kind of three things that you need to know right off the bat. Soul's real, reincarnation's real, gods totally exist. So we are going to watch a YouTube video, unless I totally goofed this. So I'm not a professional streamer. It took me an ungodly amount of time to even figure out this absolute basic shit that you're looking at right now, which hopefully is like functioning. So hopefully we're gonna watch this YouTube video. It is only 5 minutes long. I'm gonna pause a couple of times because we have a couple of things more that this video doesn't include, but that is important context for the first game. So this is PC Games Network from like 7 years ago. We're gonna watch this.
Are you looking forward to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire? Are you also panicking a bit because you haven't played the first one yet and there's no time now, and is it getting hotter in here, or is it just me? Or maybe you did play it and it's just that the finer details of its 50-hour plot have been muddied a bit by the passing of time. Well, don't worry. Crack a window, sit back, and let us pour the events of Obsidian's Comeback Kid isometric RPG into your brains. Ready?
Ready. Pay attention.
Like its spiritual predecessor, Baldur's Gate, Pillars of Eternity takes place in a traditional Euro fantasy world of dark forests, quaint medieval villages, and dark caves. It's known as the eastern reach of Eora, and the player arrives there as an adventurer from a foreign land. An adventurer with some really terrible luck, as it happens. First, a bizarrely powerful storm kills literally everyone in their caravan.
That happens.
And then, when they head inside a cave for shelter, they stumble on a death cult harvesting people's souls. What an evening.
So everything he just said is like the prologue of the first game. It takes about an hour and a half. And then shit starts to get serious. We're about to see that right now.
But the worst is yet to come. Turns out, and you'll laugh when you hear this, Pillars hero, turns out being exposed to those dark, soul-harvesting energies has bestowed some pretty disturbing powers. The ability to read souls and access the memories of their past lives, usually harrowing and painful ones. Still, nice and dry in that cave, was it? Good. Troubled by disturbing visions in the aftermath of these events, the brave adventurer heads to the town of Gilded Vale for answers. However, the giant tree full of hanging corpses in the town square is a bit of a giveaway that things have gone awry here too.
So yeah, when you play the first game, this is where like shit gets really dark really fast. It's one of the things that are really cool about the first game, and I think the game we're gonna play as well. It is a really dark, serious storyline that gets even darker. We're going to talk about that here in a minute.
Upon speaking to a particularly charmless chap called Lord Radric, you learn that the whole region of the Direwood is cursed with the Hollowborn plague. People are being born without souls, you see, which renders them in a vegetative state, and that really gets on Radric's nerves.
Okay. So this is the other thing I have to talk about. Hopefully, I'm going to try and sum this up. So, what he just described, people being born without souls, is like the underlying theme of the whole first game. You find out it's called Widewind's Legacy. And this is where we have to nerd out for a second, because I'm going to try and explain what this is. So before the first game, there's something called the Saints' War. What that was there's a guy named Widewind. He was a farmer who decided one day that he wasn't just a farmer, he was the living embodiment of Aothus, one of the gods. And the first game is kind of gray on whether or not he was the living embodiment of Aothus or whether or not he was just a crazy person. I'm not an expert on the lore, so if anybody ever watches this that is smarter than me and wants to correct me, fucking go for it. But what I took from the first game is that it's not entirely clear whether or not he actually was. You get like lore drips of miracles that he performed. Oh, hey, Bibli. Hey, thank you for showing up. So you get like lore drops of like miracles that he performed, but you also get like lore drops of him just being a fucking crazy person and doing crazy shit. So people started calling him Saint Widewind, hence the Saints' War. A war happens, he kind of forms an army because people think he's the living embodiment of their god. And so basically this war takes place, and you find out that 12 priests get together, and what do to defeat this guy? They build a big fucking bomb. Yeah, they just build a big fucking bomb, and there's like lore about how they put pieces of their soul into it. There's a lot goes into it. One of your party members is like one of these 12 people, and they blew that motherfucker up. End of the war. Boom. Killed him. Dead. After that is when this Hallowborn crisis starts happening, and people start being born without souls. And they called it Widewind's Legacy because it was Saint Widewind who was killed, and they think of it as like a punishment for killing a god. And so that is kind of that's what's happening all throughout the first game. And it's fucking dark because you like meet all these people and like how they're dealing with it. You meet pregnant women, you meet like parents of like these Hallowborn child, and they're like you'll like they're like Runt, except not as adorable. They're like just kind of husks. They don't really have personalities. So that's what's like happening in the background of this whole game. You find out in the first game, which I think he's about to cover, it's basically like a cult that's actually up to it, and we're gonna get to the revelation. But anyways, that was as quick as I could do it. That is Widewind's Legacy, the Saints' War, and the Hallowborn Crisis summed up. It's only gonna be that's gonna be a narrow fucking that's a narrow target audience for that joke. All right, let's finish this.
Hence the cadaver tree. After a wizened old woman tells the adventurer more about their newfound abilities as a watcher and an awakened, in other words, being able to snoop on souls, they head off to investigate the curse in more detail. It does sound awfully coincidental what with that soul harvesting ritual you watched at the start of the game, doesn't it? Along the way, the awakened, that's you, meets a few characters with mutually compatible goals who tag along for the journey. Ada, the corn-sucking farmer with family issues to work through.
Now he just said corn-sucking. I think we were going for shucking. Freudian slip by PC Games 7 years ago. Adair, he's the fucking best. He's going to be in the game that we're playing as well. Awesome character. We're going to get to know him pretty well. He likes to pet all the furry things, not in a predatory way, in an endearing way.
Grieving mother, the cipher midwife who convinced hollowborn mums that their babies had a soul after all. Durance, the mad priest. And we don't say that lightly, the guy really has lost it. You find him shouting at nobody in a woodland path in the middle of the night. Still, it's nice to have a bit of company. Investigating leads across the Eastern Reach, you learn that the man you saw conducting that dark ritual in the cave is Theos, leader of a cult called the Leaden Key, who have been stealing people's souls with their dark magic and framing animancers in the process. They've long been eyed with suspicion, those animancers.
Okay, animancers, he just said. Animancy is like the study of souls in this world. Controversial. Really gray in the game. These games do a really good job of not having like a good choice and a bad choice. You meet good animancers trying to do good things. You meet terrible animancers doing horrible things. And your opinion on that kind of forms some of the choices that you make in the first game, which again are going to carry over into this game.
So they were the perfect scapegoat for Theos' plan. Those suspicions boil over into violence one night in the city of Brackenbury, when a mob sets fire to the Animancy College and lynches its students. For shame, Theos! In hot pursuit of this dastardly adversary, you reach the town of Twin Elms and learn a dark, world-changing secret. It turns out that the gods are a fallacy. They are artificial beings created by ancient animancers to keep civilization from toppling over into chaos and barbarism.
Okay. You know what, I'm going to let this finish, and then we're going to talk about what he just said. Because he just said that the gods aren't real, and I said earlier that we talked to them. That doesn't make any fucking sense. We'll finish it after
Theos is the last surviving member of the Order who created the gods, and he's been body hopping for centuries to stay alive using his soul magic. Oh, and he has a particular beef with modern animancers, because if they get too clever, they might figure out that their magic was used to create the gods themselves. If only you'd just brave the storm instead of walking inside that cave, eh?
If only.
With your companions by your side, who you've probably had untold adventures with and side quests by this point, and a pretty major inventory full of rare and powerful items, you confront Theos in his lair and slay him. What happened next depends on your actions as the player. The souls of the Hollowborn, were they restored or destroyed? What about the gods you angered in pursuit of Theos? Maybe you made a deal with them, and maybe you broke that deal.
Maybe I did.
Both have severe consequences. Each of the game's regions and companions also have several different endings depending on your choices, and many of them are pretty bleak.
That's true.
That's of particular significance for Pillars 2, because it's a direct sequel in which you reprise your role as the Watcher. In other words, there's no escaping the choices you made before. And exhale. There you go, consider yourself recapped, and just in time to pick the story up again in Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. What luck. Tell us about your favourite quests in the comments below, and remember to subscribe for more content just like this.
Alright, thank you PC Games from 7 years ago. That was helpful. Switching back over. Boop. Oh, let me get rid of this, because we're not starting soon. We have started. Boop. Alright, so that was a 100-hour game summed up in like 10 minutes. Alright, so obviously that's Cliff's Notes. Cliff's Notes. Okay, so the part that he said, the gods aren't real, and we talk to them, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Both of those things are true. So, in case you didn't understand that, basically, there are gods. We do talk to them. We're going to talk to them in this game. They're not natural gods. They were this ancient civilization. They're called Ingwithans. I don't like that name. That's what they're called. And you find out that basically, like, they use this technology to harvest souls from the Adra and make themselves into gods. I think. That doesn't mean that... Honestly, the gods are a really cool part of the game because, like, they're not, like, evil or good. Well, I mean, there are some who are, like, kind of evil, and there are some that are kind of good, but they're really well written. They have, like, interesting motivations. Even though they're not, like, natural gods, they'll make, like, compelling arguments for, like, their existence and why they should exist, so on and so forth. It's pretty cool. What else do we need to hit on? So yeah, we're gonna get. I'm not 100% sure how like my decisions from the first game are going to carry over. They are going to carry over. So some of the things that they talked about there at the end, you get to make like this big decision after you kill the guy. So they have like all these fucking souls harvested, and you get to decide what to do with it. And also, before you went into that final area, you do like side quests for some of the gods. You have an opportunity to kind of like pledge yourself to them, make a promise to them, and then you also have the opportunity to break that promise. All of these things apparently have heavy repercussions in this game. In our save, we did make a deal with the god. I think his name was Gallowayne. I honestly don't. I genuinely think he was just the only one who wasn't a fucking asshole to me. So we just went with him, and then we like kept our promise. So hopefully that pays off. At least he's not gonna be pissed off at us. And then we also, in the first game, I don't know if this is gonna matter, we did all the DLC, and we killed the optional bosses. So there are like 2 optional dragons in the first game. They're just like hard fights. Fucking killed them. One of them was cool, and I know that this also has some story implications. We're gonna touch on this, then we're gonna jump into the game. So in the first game, you have kind of like a home base. It's like a keep, and underneath the keep is like a big 12-layer dungeon. It's completely optional. You don't have to do it. But you kind of do it throughout the game. As you get stronger, you go deeper and deeper and deeper. And as you go down, underneath your keep, you reveal this huge Adra statue. It's of a dude. You find out that it's like the person who created it, it's his son. And remember that Adra is the rock that like harvests the souls. So you like reveal this really huge statue underneath your keep. It doesn't really play a story role in the first game. I happen to know it's going to play a story role when we start the game. It's just kind of there and a cool thing. Just something to keep in mind. But now I think we're going to go ahead and jump into the character creator and get going. I believe I know what we're going to play as. Again, we are going to play on the hardest difficulty. And what's going to happen is we are going to eventually run into fights, and I'm going to get so frustrated. And I'm going to be like, this is impossible, this is stupid. And then we'll figure it out. And that's kind of the fun part about these games, is the figuring it out part. So, this game has 2 options. It has a real-time with pause mode and a turn-based mode. Turn-based is more... I think is what most people are probably familiar with. It's what Baldur's Gate 3 is. It's like D&D style, you go, I go. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to do real-time with pause, which you'll look at it when we get into combat. I think a lot of people who don't like CRPGs, the combat is why, and I get it. It's not for everybody. If you're somebody who likes like strictly like reaction-based video game gameplay, then like this sort of game probably isn't for you. I don't prefer that. I think that's why I like CRPGs more. Like, I'd rather a hard fight just be like a puzzle that I have to put together than me having to get my reflexes to be better, because I can't do that. I can't. I can, but So anyways, we're going real time with pause, which is the way that these games I think were meant to be played. And here we're going difficulty. We're going with Path of the Damned. This is what we beat the first game on. Path of the Damned throws the largest number of enemies against the player, makes enemies more powerful, and utilizes the most devious AI tactics. Warning, this option is only intended for players who want the most punishing encounters. We're also going to we're gonna go ahead and go to level scaling, and we're gonna put only scale upwards. So what this means is we can't over level the game. The game is going to keep quests relevant. It's going to make the game more difficult. It means we're going to have to grind for XP. More than once, but one once was like a 2-month quit. And it was like always in the back of my mind. I think something came out at the time, and I played that for a little while, and then I went back to whatever fight it was, and I powered through it. We got it. We're fucking streaming this to the end. On 0 views, I'm gonna stream this thing to the end. I'm committed. Alright, so we're on Path of the Damned. We have level scaling, only upwards. We are gonna hit start game. Here we go. A little more volume. If anything's bad audio-wise, I have a fan going behind me, which I think if I turn off is gonna make things a lot better. But now you might hear my kids. Alright, I'm gonna be quiet. Shh. Movie's playing.
Aora, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra. 5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood, a nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of Hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god. In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a Watcher. One who can see and speak with souls. The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix Arcanon. With divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis.
Yeah, we did.
In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods. Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
I did, it was awesome.
Made a nice story. You fixing up that old keep, lifting the curse. Must have told it 100 times. But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. But maybe the gods weren't finished with us. I used to dream that when my God came back, he would forgive us. That's the trouble with dreams. Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
I mean, come on. It's fucking cool, you know? If that doesn't want to make you sit down and play for 80 hours, I just don't know what to tell you. Sorry, I know we're loud. That's intense. We need an intense sound.
And so you wake to a sleepless world. The in-between of life and death. Follow your memories. You have been here before.
Okay. So we're dead. Fucking.
You have seen past the shroud. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
So this is pretty fucking cool. So what this is clips from the first game. Just a really cool way to open this game up. Like I said, I have played this game up to like 25%.
Sees souls, knows their pasts, and the souls see them back.
That was like a crazy watcher that we had to track down. He tried to kill us. We won. Just walking.
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
So this is I forget her name. She's like a lady who's stuck in a statue. She's in your keep. She kind of gives you some context. She's kind of like, she's kind of an expedition dump character. She's a lady stuck in a statue. She's pretty cool. We get along.
What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
That's Theos. He's the bad guy. He tried to kill us. We won.
The gods aren't real, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
That was like the big revelation. When that happens in the first game, it's you're like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? I've been fucking. Yeah, like I said. So like it's really why I want to play these games. Like, I feel like they're fucking awesome. They have great stories to tell, but not everybody just has the time, the resources, to fucking play these games. So hopefully, like, if you watch, you'll still kind of get the experience of it.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
I did consider that. Theos actually wasn't, like, he was a more interesting character than I'm giving him credit for here.
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh yeah, so the final decision, I never even said. So that final decision that you get to make, what I chose, there wasn't there were like clearly fucking bad decisions, but there wasn't one that was clearly the best. So I chose, basically, when you kill the bad guy, he's got all these souls captured, and you have a decision to make, like, what the fuck are you gonna do with all these souls? And you could, I wish I should have looked up a list or something like that, but like, you could have like returned them to the Hollowborn children, but the problem was a lot of them had been killed. Like, there weren't many of them left, so I didn't do that. What I chose, this is the only one that I remember for sure, is like, you had the choice to use those souls to like strengthen the people of the land. It's essentially the way it was presented. And then at the end of the game, you get like a slideshow, and the result of that actually was fairly positive. Not all of my slides were positive. I'd missed like a side quest, so there was like one town that like fell to ruin after the game because I didn't know about a side quest. That kind of sucked. But alright, let's
The wheel has turned again, Watcher. Come.
see whoever this is and what they want. Maybe I'm just dead. Maybe the game's really short.
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage.
Okay, so you get some serious fucking writing right off the bat. The dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage.
You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved, merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
Okay, some serious Tolkien descriptive writing. I really love the writing in these games. It can be a little wordy sometimes, but overall it's really good. Okay, so we've got a lady at a table.
Please.
Since she said please.
Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua.
The gaunt woman seated at the table.
Seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in.
I stepped on the narrator's shoes. She's not always going to be there. Cadnua, by the way, so this is another really cool thing about this game, is, so you'll see right here, Cadnua is written in blue. If I mouse over that, it gives you this fucking sick pile of information, just in case you fucking forgot what it is. Cadnua was a Deerwoodian castle built over the ruins of the endless paths of Adnua. That's that big dungeon I was talking about. Considered cursed, few ventured into its halls, and even fewer made any effort to hold the castle to the lands around it. You became the de facto lord of the castle after defeating its previous master, the Watcher called Mayorwald. We kicked his ass. As the Watcher of Cadnua, you ruled the stronghold until it was destroyed by Eothas. The god of light occupied the Adra body of Maros Nua beneath the castle and pulled himself out of the ground, destroying it in the process. So one thing that's different that's like right away in this one is there's like no... The game's leaving no ambiguity as to whether or not it is Eothas in the statue. In the first game, like, there was always some ambiguity there. This one is just straight up saying it just is Eothas.
A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times. She is preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
Okay. So, this is where we're going to import our save for the first game. Yeah, the fucking writing is spectacular. That's going to be a theme throughout the entire game. This is where we import our save from the first game, and if we hadn't played the first game, what you're looking at is these are like the main choices that you make in the first game. So you can import those decisions and essentially create a save from the first game if you haven't actually played through it. Really cool. Otherwise, the game will choose like a canon set of choices from the first game. This is a really cool feature. Other games have done this. I love this a lot. Having decisions from one game carry over into the next game, one of the best features that games can do. Really cool. So we're going to import POE1 save. Bo, that was our character's name. And you can see, okay. So I hope this does not match this. I don't know if you can see this. 150 hours, 27 minutes, 38 seconds. That is how much time. Okay, so that's a lot of AFK time. Obviously, if I'm just playing by myself, I get up and do shit, leave the game playing. So I don't think. Also, I just don't think this game is as long. Yes, you're right. Mass Effect does do that. It's one of the cool. Yeah, very fucking cool when video games do that. So yeah, 150 hours on that motherfucker. We completed that on February 22nd, early of this year, and then right after that is when I jumped into this one for a little bit. Fell out. I truly do not remember that much from this that vividly. I remember some things. I'll kind of, once we reach the point where I'm beyond where I've ever been, you know, we'll all be in the same spot as far as everything will be brand new. But honestly, a lot of this is going to be pretty fresh for me. I don't fucking remember. My memory is not good enough to remember back in February. I don't really remember yesterday. I shouldn't burp. Can't help it. All right, so we're going to choose load. Boom.
Does everything appear to be in order?
Yeah, no. So I can click that and be like, no, that's not what happened. Yes,
Good.
that is what happened.
Welcome to the Beyond. I am Bareth. One half, anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge.
Okay, we're gonna look at, so this is Bareth, god of death, cycles, doorways, mortality, and inevitability. The keeper of the cycle of life and death, Bareth is thought to seek to claim the lives of those who have lived past their time. According to folklore, Bareth is seen most often in the form of the Pallid Knight or the Usher, two skeletal characters who lead such people to their deaths by way of challenge or trickery.
The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction.
So I believe these two people are kind of one and the same. This dwarf and this woman. I believe these are both representations of Bareth, if I'm understanding that.
The gods offered you boons in exchange for resolving the Hollowborn crisis.
Oh, here we go.
What did you do with the souls?
Okay, so we talked about the Hollowborn. So this is telling me we chose to help Galawain. That's what I thought. So this is the god that I chose to help. It was not for a very... It was literally... yeah. I'm going to do that as well. So this is... It wasn't... It was literally just because he wasn't a dick to me. That's why... So some of the god... Like I said, they're written well. But, like... They kind of talked down to me. And I didn't really appreciate it. This dude was kind of a bro. God of the hunt. Assassins, pursuit, wilderness, and predatory creatures, sometimes thought to take the form of a fur-clad hunter or of a great hound. Galawain favors the survival of the strong and the culling of the weak. We're also going to use this decision a little bit in our kind of role play in our class decision. We're going to explain that in a second. So I chose to strength. Oh, so here's the choices that it gave me. Okay, at the end of the game, I could have returned the souls to the wheel, which basically just threw them back into the reincarnation process. Restored souls to the Hollowborn. I think I considered this for a while, but like I said, the reason I didn't is you've been learning for this whole game that, like, a lot of these Hollowborn, like, they're not even around anymore. Experiments have been performed on it. Like, there's only a couple left. So, like, restoring the souls to them, it didn't feel, I don't know, I didn't go with that. Disintegrated the souls. Dispersed the souls randomly. It's kind of the chaotic neutral choice, I suppose. Gave the souls to Wodica. This gives us another opportunity to look at the god's description. Wodica, not a nice one. Goddess of justice, law, oaths, promises, rulership, vengeance, memory, and hierarchies, depicted as an old noblewoman bearing a broken crown upon her head, said to have once ruled over the other gods, but has since been overthrown. That's a pretty interesting little note there at the end. So we chose to strengthen the souls of the Deerwood.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
I do. We spoke with this god in the Hall of Stars in Twin Elms. She, I think, offered us some sort of deal. We didn't take it. We did not side with this god. I can't remember what she wanted or... Okay.
You came to that tower seeking our aid. You prayed for help in reaching Theos, beyond the Court of Penitence, but would not pledge yourself to me. Still, a pledge unmade stands fairer in this court than a pledge broken.
See? No lies. Told.
She places a card in the middle of the arrangement. A bell tower with no bell. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you.
Figures.
The being that occupied Odnua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothis. Of this we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are.
So again, no ambiguity in this one. This is Aothis, very clearly.
Though Aothis stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between.
Also, let's go ahead and mouse over Aothis. God of rebirth, redemption, dawn, spring, and light, traditionally shown as a man bearing a candle and wearing a silver crown, believed to have possessed the body of the Raid Saren farmer Widewind during the Saints' War and been destroyed along with the Widewind at the end of the war. See, again though, it says believed to have possessed the body. It doesn't say he did, it says believed to have. He recently reformed his essence in the statue of Maros Nua beneath Cadnua. In the process of pulling himself from the endless paths, he destroyed the castle and left the Watcher of Cadnua at the brink of death. So, seems weird, right? God of rebirth, redemption, dawn, spring, and light, and yet he possessed Widewind and like started a big fucking war, and now he's in a statue and is just wreaking havoc. Seems pretty strange.
You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Audra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced watcher to find him.
So he has a piece of my soul. That sucks. Am I dead?
No. But neither is your body truly alive. Your lungs draw breath, your heart pumps blood, but your flesh is as soulless as a hollowborn. That is, until I return you.
Yeah, it seems like a kind of quid pro quo sort of thing.
She delicately places a card upright on the table. The art depicts souls flowing out of a pillar of Audra.
Did destroy my castle. I'm gonna be honest though, like my inclination here is to be a little snarky. The gods are kind of assholes, and I kind of like to let them know that they're like dicks. So we're gonna say this one. I've really had enough of these fucking douchebags. Although obviously we want to play the game, so we're gonna do what she says, but let's give her a little snark.
Did you care for the souls of the Deerwood who clung to you as they stumbled blindly through the in-between? You are a beacon to all of the lost, Watcher. Your soul gleams as brightly to them as Audra itself.
For a moment, there is a glint in the blackness of her eyes. A flash of wondrous recollection.
Those who have fallen in Aothis' wake are trapped inside him still. If you will not help them, who will?
So basically Aothis has a whole bunch of soul. Basically everybody who he's killed, he's like absorbing their souls. They're trapped inside of him. Of course I have to go fucking help him.
Of course, if that doesn't convince you, I can always return you to the wheel and find someone else to pursue him.
Okay, so I am going to tell you, I didn't do this, but I know I happen to know. It is possible to refuse this lady's offer, and the game will fucking roll credits. You can just say no. You can say, you know what? I don't fucking feel like it. Return me to the wheel, roll credits, fucking speedrun, baby. I should have done it and I didn't want to spend the 15 minutes on the bit. So I'll just let you know that is a feature. Yeah, really nice. I know of one other game that does something like, I think like one of the Far Cry games or something like that does that, but I think it gives you a couple more dialogue options where it's like, are Are you fucking sure? Like, you bought the game. Like, you're not even going to play? But you can roll credits. We're going to say, let's get on with it.
Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were. The last whisper of life and death.
For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
Okay.
When you can picture your own face, the Beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
Picture that fucking face. Okay, so it is 9:20. I'm gonna take like 5 minutes. I'm gonna put a be right back on the screen. I gotta go tuck my kids in. Then we're gonna get into the character creator. We're gonna create our character. We're gonna spend a little bit of time in there talking about the classes. We are not in a hurry, so if you're bored, this might not be for fucking you. Because we're gonna take our fucking time. We are diving into this thing 100%. Character creation honestly is one of the coolest things about one of these games. I do know what we're gonna play. Like I said, I even have a fucking RP reasoning for what we're gonna do. This does give me an opportunity to, like, we're not gonna fuck it. We're creating a brand new character, baby. We are gonna leave it right here. This is not what I'm gonna look like. It's just not what I'm gonna look like. So we're gonna do, this is what I'm gonna do. Hang on here. You're gonna lose sound. Oh. Okay, so I think I'm gonna switch this, but I'm gonna play this just one time. So I have this set up, if I have this set up correctly. Hopefully you hear it. So if I lose a fight, if we get into a fight, I know you lost game audio, that's okay. If we lose a fight, which we're gonna lose a lot of fights, I have it set up, I believe, so that we will hear. This might be loud. I don't want it to be super loud, but I want it to be kind of loud for the fucking lulls. Ready? Here we go.
You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of goddamn nerds.
The jokes are going to be narrow. for a very narrow audience. One more time.
You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of goddamn nerds.
Nerds. Oh shit. I spent more time than I would care to admit. Fucking doing that. So let me see if this works here. Boop. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna take 5 minutes. I'm gonna tug my girls in. I'm gonna have a cigarette, and then we're gonna jump into the character creator. We're gonna continue. All right. BRB. That stands for Be Right Back. We'll edit this out later. No, we won't. I'm not editing shit. Mike, back on. Alright, thanks you for waiting. Like I said, not a professional streamer, just a dad. I gotta go do dad shit sometimes. Also, I smoke outside, so we're gonna have breaks every now and then. It's good for you. A little stretch of the legs. Okay, character creator. Let's do it. So, we are gonna play a male. Done. Okay, so I think we're gonna stick. So in the first game I was an elf cipher. The system that this game runs on, it's a D&D like system, so everything is based on dice rolls, but this system was made entirely for these games and entirely for PC play, as opposed to being like a D&D system converted. Lights and music. One moment. Kitties. Oh, the kitties. Alright. Forgot what the fuck I was saying. Yeah, the system. It is made for this game. It is made for PC. It is based on dice rolls. It is based on a D100 dice roll system, which means it's rolling a 100-sided dice to decide your success on things. We're going to dive a lot more into the combat when we get into it. But yeah, we played a Cipher, which is a class that's unique to these games. It is a crowd control damage dealing class, I think is the best way to describe it. In the first game, in PoE 1, there was no multi-classing, which means you picked a class and you were that class. In this game, there is multi-classing, and we're going to take advantage of that. We are going to multi-class. We're going to stick with Elf. This is not what we're going to look like, though. We are going to be a Wood Elf, because that's what we were in the first game. We're just doing it for consistency purposes. So if you look, if I go back, each one of these, so like most fantasy games, lots of different races. Some of them you're going to recognize: dwarf, human, elf. The other ones unique to this game: a Mawa, big dudes. It says the mighty Mawa are the largest of the Kith races. Kith is just word for like human-like. They are commonly found in or near oceans. Though not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water, and many of their civilization, such as Rawatai, which we can, like, there's so much information here. We're not going to necessarily read every one of these. We're going to read them as we need to for context. Are based on naval dominance. They are known for their unparalleled strength. You can see here that they get a +2 might bonus. That's going to give them more damage. Dwarves, we recognize. They're just like every other. They're fucking dwarves. They're short. They have beards. They're hardy. They're cool. Everybody likes a dwarf. Elves, kind of same thing. Prototypical Legolas, pointy ears, tall, skinny, no beards. Just kind of fucking lame. Godlike. These are unique to pillars. We're going to read this one. Godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Oh, aberrant? Is that word? I don't know. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. That is, if you choose godlike, you cannot wear a helmet. So, just kind of a cool feature, because you have growths all over your fucking head. And in this game, loot's kind of a big deal, so that's just like a drawback. And if we click next, you can see there's 4 different versions here. Death godlike, they look fucking freaky. Fire godlike look awesome. Moon godlike, also pretty fucking sick. Nature godlike. pretty fucking cool. Honestly, godlikes are really cool. We're not going to play as one. We are going to have one in our party. Spoiler. Humans. Orlans. Again, unique to pillars and pretty fucking cool. They are kind of furries. So, Orlans are the smallest of the Kith races, though many cultures do not consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-tone skin, and hirsute bodies? The fuck, game? Throwing all sorts of words at me. Orlans are commonly found in Erglon Foth. We're not going to read every single one of these right now. Basically, these are like ruins. The Ixamidal Plains and parts of the Deerwood. They are known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. Yes, they are fucking adorable. Also, the ones that you meet tend to be really fucking cool personality-wise. They're basically like hobbits slash... I don't even fucking know. They're like mischievous little dudes. We're also not going to be an Orlan. We are going to be an elf. We're going to be a wood elf. We're doing that mostly for consistency. I could create a whole new character, but in my head I like to try to kind of pretend I'm being the same dude from the first game, even though we're going to change our name. Okay, so here we are going to multi-class. We're going to talk about that here in a moment, and here we have our classes. We're going to talk about these two for a minute. If you've ever played a RPG, then you know picking your class kind of the biggest fucking thing that you do, because it depends on, or it determines what you can do as far as, let me turn this down a little bit, as far as your abilities and shit. So we have some that we're like familiar with if we've ever played any sort of game. Barbarian, you hit things, you get mad, you fucking hit things. Druid, shapeshifter, spellcaster, healer, fighter, paladin, priest, these mostly wizard. We know what these things are. There's a couple of unique ones here. Chanter. This is this game's version of a bard, basically. Lots of buffs, debuffs. If you don't, these are pretty basic terms. Buffs, your party gets better. Debuffs, other team gets worse. Also, chanters have summons. Can do like powerful spells. They're really versatile. Pretty cool class. We're not going to be one. I think we're going to have one in our party though. And then the other one that's really unique here is the one we're going to play, which is Cypher. And like I said, this is a, here it shows you up here. Kind of shows you the roles for each class if you don't know. Here you see like support, crowd control, druid, major role, crowd control, and some minor roles. Really versatile. Fighter, frontline tank. You get it. Okay, so we're going to go Cypher. Resource focus. A recent discovery in the Eastern Reach. Ciphers were once called, I am not even going to fucking try. We're just going to say Mine Hunters by the Glenfathans. Ciphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate another person's soul and psyche using an ally's or enemy's essence as the focus for their magic. Though most ciphers are still found in the Eastern Reach, practitioners of the techniques have spread throughout the known world. They are gaining acceptance over time, but they are generally distrusted, especially by the uneducated. Yeah. So we are going to be a Cypher 1. We're going to look at the ability tree right here. This is really cool. This is something the first game does not do well. When you pick a class in Pillars of Eternity 1, this is a common criticism of that game, it does a terrible fucking job of telling you what that class can do and what it's going to be able to do in the future. You really would have to look it up on like a third-party website to know like what am I going to be able to do as a Cypher at level 6. This game, on the other hand, does a great job. Just shows you right here. This is everything I'm going to be able to unlock as a Cypher. Now, because we're going to multi-class, what that means is we are going to have access to an entire another class and all of its abilities, but we are going to A, level up a little bit slower, and B, we will never gain access to these final 2 power levels down here. We are never going to get these for Cypher. We will never get the highest abilities for the other class that we're going to choose. So it's a trade-off. we are going to go ahead and multi-class with our main character. I'm not sure how much we're going to do it with the other characters. There is a respecking option in the game. So if we run into a wall later, this is what I'm a little worried about, is that late in the game, I don't know if this is going to be true, but I think late in the game I might run into a wall and like desperately need some of these late abilities for some of these classes. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to make the best build that we can. But this is, like I said, everything. It shows you really nice and laid out. Spell descriptions. I'm not going to dive too much into these. We're going to go over them as we level up. Okay? But we are going to be playing a Cypher. These are subclasses. It's another way to make your Cypher different from somebody else's Cypher. They usually come with bonuses and drawbacks. For instance, this one, max focus is increased. Reaching max focus grants the ascended effect temporarily, increasing power level and reducing power focus cost to 0. Then down here you see penalty. While not ascended, receive a penalty to Cypher power level. So basically what this is this is a build where you have to build up your resource focus. You go into like a super mode, you deal a shitload of damage, but when you're not in that mode, you're pretty fucking weak. And that's the way a lot of these work. They come with a big bonus and then a trade-off that goes with it. Now, I have given this some thought beforehand, so I know that we actually are not going to take a subclass for Cypher. We're just going to go pure Cypher here. And we're going to hit next. Now, it wants us to select our first... And actually, this is a pretty big fucking choice. These are all this... So basically, I get one choice here. One spell to start. And the way the Cypher works is like, I have to deal damage, and I build up a resource, and then when I have enough of that resource, I can cast one of these spells. We'll look at these. Briefly transforms the outer shell of an allied target's soul into energy, releasing an electrical burst around them. Enemies standing in the area around the target take shock damage. If I right-click this, it brings up this page, and this is the more nerdy, number-based. I think this is what makes it really difficult for some people to play these games, because you really have to take the time to understand what any of this shit means. And a lot of people, they just get to this point and they're like, fuck this. Like, it's too much. I'm not going to sit here and learn all this. It is a lot. Like, the level for entry for CRPGs is pretty high. And to be honest, like, this game is not... Like, I feel like these games are a pretty good entry starting point. There are some games... Some games, spoiler, maybe we'll play in the future, but there's some games that are way deeper than this and, like, get fucking nuts. So, this is a good starting point. So, alright, so this is going to tell me, no, we're sticking this out. Trust me, we're fucking doing this thing. It's going to take us a long time. It's probably only going to be Saturday and Sunday nights, but we're going to do it. So this is telling me what each spell does. We got some keywords up here. It tells me it costs 10 focus. It tells me it costs 3 seconds to cast. That's going to matter for us because we're playing with the real time with pause. So like that, it's going to take me 3 seconds to cast this spell, and every spell is going to have a different time, more powerful, more time. You get it. It's got a range. It's got an area of effect, penetration. This is going to matter as we play because we're playing on the hardest difficulty. One of the hard things that we're going to run into is even being able to penetrate the enemy's armor. I understand a lot of this doesn't make a lot of fucking sense to you right now. It's going to make more sense the more we play. What we're really looking at here is what is the overall effect of the spell. In this case, I can target a party member. I would put this on my tank, and it kind of makes him explode and do damage to everybody around. That's what the spell does. It's going to do 17 to 24 shock damage. And then what this means is it's going to take my accuracy rating versus the enemy's reflex rating. And those are the two things it's going to roll against each other to determine whether or not I hit, miss, crit, so on and so forth. There are more. You're going to see different numbers here, and they're going to matter. Again, we're going to go over that more as we get into combat. What really matters, like the base of this here, is that this is a small AoE spell. that I cast on my tank. It doesn't do damage to him, it does damage to any enemy around him. Honestly, not too bad. Tenuous Grasp. Oops, I don't want to do that. Assails a target's grasp on reality, causing shaken and confused. So these are debuffs. If I highlight over shaken, it says this is a resolve affliction. A shaken character suffers a -5 resolve and a -3 power level. Confuse, intellect affliction. Confused characters have -5 intellect in all of their abilities and attacks are friend or foe. So this is a debuff. It makes the enemy do less damage, and if the confuse hits, it makes it possible that he'll actually start attacking his buddies. Again, cool spell. Eye Strike shocks a target's visual receptors, blinding them and nearby enemies. If they're blinded, they're way less likely to hit me or do any damage to me. Does that for 12 seconds. So that's a blind. Creates a toxical... Oh, that's not a fucking word. Creates a toxic physical manifestation of the mutual... Is that antipathy or anti? I don't know how to say that so many of these words. This game makes me feel like a dumbass. Enemies caught in the path between the two will suffer corrosive damage. So this looks like I stick a beam on an enemy target, and then I would have to position myself so that there are other enemies in between me and that enemy so that that beam does damage. I feel like it probably does a lot of damage if you could line it up, but that's kind of like a high... I feel like that's going to be hard to pull off in some fights. Don't like it. Mind Wave. The Cypher violently lashes out at an enemy, dealing raw damage and generating a cone of concussive force behind the target. Raw damage is a good one because it's not resisted. It's going to, like, again, ton of information thrown at you. There are 8 damage types in Pillars of Eternity. Slash, Pierce, Crush, Burn, Corrode, Freeze, and Raw. We don't need to learn all that right now. One thing that at least is true in the first game, raw damage, it actually says down there at the bottom, if you see, raw damage is the only type that ignores all armor ratings and is generally associated with poisons and similar effects. We like raw damage. So this one feels not bad. Another interesting note here, if you look at the bottom, noise, extremely loud. So if you were trying to go for like a stealthy sort of build, which we are not, it looks like different spells are good for that, and other spells not so much. This one feels okay. Deals damage to one guy, and then anybody standing behind him. Yeah. Whisper of Treason. Spoiler, this is probably what we're gonna take. The Cypher bends the mind of an enemy to their will, charming them for the duration. If you've ever played, charm is it means the same here as it does in most games. This takes an enemy, and if the spell hits, which it doesn't necessarily hit, again, you can see here it's my accuracy versus their will defense. If we hit, it turns the enemy onto my team, and he just starts attacking his guys for a while. This is the one we're going to take. Crowd control in these games is really strong. We're going to have, especially in the early game, we're going to have some spots where we're just straight up outnumbered, and being able to swing one guy, it's a big swing, being able to hit somebody with this. So this is what we're going to take. We'll look at this one just for shits and gigs. The Cypher brings echoes of an ally's past lives to the surface, inspiring the ally to greater feats of heroism. Provides strong and insightful. So this is just a big buff. You throw this on like your tank, makes him stronger, makes him do more damage. Bingo bango. Actually, not bad. Not what we're going to take to start. We're going to take Whisper of Treason, the Charm. Now, our second class. Like I said, in the first game, we sided with the Gallowayne god. He's like the hunter god, right? So we're gonna double up, and we're gonna multi-class as a ranger. This is fucking dorky as hell. I was gonna do this anyway. This is just me making up bullshit to justify it. This is like this is gonna give us a pet. That's why we're gonna do this. The way our character is gonna work is we are gonna use guns. Yeah, this game has guns, even though it's like a fantasy game. Kind of fucking cool. We're gonna use guns. We're gonna deal damage from range to build up that focus resource, and then we're gonna cast spells. This is gonna help us do that. So we are gonna take a Cypher ranger build, or ranger multi-class, which this game is going to call a seer. Those two put together is a seer. If I were to pick paladin here, that's Cypher plus paladin, which this game would call an inquisitor. It's kind of cool. You know, it gives you another extra name. So we're going to be a seer. And we'll look at the ability tree. Again, like the first one, we are not going to get these bottom ones here right now, or at any point. I don't even want to look at them, because they're probably fucking awesome, and we're not going to get them. But we will get access to all of these, which is going to help us deal damage with our guns, and give us that pet. And the reason why I want the pet is because in this game, and in the first game, numbers matter. And we're going to be outnumbered a lot. And in fact, in the first game, you have a party of 6. And in this game, you have a party of 5. So, what the fuck? I can't do that math, but my party just got a lot weaker. So this is going to help balance that. We're going to have a pet. And in this case, we are going to take a subclass, because we are going to take Ghost Heart. And what this does, so if I were to just take no subclass or any of these other ones, we're going to get a pet, but the way the pets work is it works like another party member, but if it dies, I take a debuff. Like, I get weaker if my pet dies. And the pet's going to fucking die all the time. Like, I'm not going to fucking be able to heal it and, like, keep it up. So, I don't want to have to deal with that. This gets rid of that at the cost of I have to actively summon my pet at the start of every fight. And he only lasts for like a little while, and then he's going to go away. That's okay. We're going to have the time to get the summon off, basically whenever we need to. And then I don't have to deal with the consequences when he dies. I just kind of resummon him, boop, and we're good to go. So that's what we're going to go with. Again, we get some decisions right out to start. These ones I'm a little less set on. I think wounding shot, the ranger aims for a spot that will leave a trail to track, inflicting raw damage over time. I did say we like raw damage. Deals 20% weapon damage per 3 seconds over 6 seconds. So it's going to be an extra 40% damage done over time via raw damage. I think that's going to be pretty good. Let's see what this one does. Designates a single target as prey, kind of what I thought. Giving the ranger and animal companion an accuracy bonus. I think this is the one we're going to take because, again, because we're stupid and we put it on the hardest difficulty, the biggest hill we're going to have to climb is just hitting. Just being able to hit things is going to be the hardest. So accuracy, I think, is going to trump pretty much everything, especially in the early game. So we're going to take this. Witch Companion. So here, pretty fucking cool. This is kind of standard too. If you play like a hunter class in any other game, you get to pick what kind of companion you have, and they all have kind of different benefits. I honestly don't know what they are. Stags naturally damage all enemies hit around their target when they critically hit, so they get splash damage on crits. Not bad. Wolf animal companions naturally deal more damage with their attacks. Lion companions have a naturally faster action speed. Bear companions have an unusually high armor rating. You can read armor rating, giving them superior protection from forms of damage. I think we might have to go with that. Antelope companions have naturally superior defenses, so their actual defensive ratings are higher. The bear rating had an armor rating. Which one of those is better? I honestly don't know. Boar companions slowly regenerate health even during combat. I don't think we want that. I think we're going to have to take the bear. Since we're mostly going to use it for a tank. Also because then we can name it Shardik. I'm going to pick the bear. Perf. Stats. Okay, so the Pillars of Eternity system, it works a little bit different than most systems like this. Might The reason it's weird is because, like, might controls how much damage you do, which fucking makes sense. More might, more damage. But it also controls, like, healing, which is weird for these sorts of games. So, like, if you were making a priest, you actually want a whole bunch of might, whereas usually in these sorts of games you'd want a whole bunch of intellect. In this game, intellect actually affects how long things last for and how big... I know, it's perfect. And how big your AoEs are. That's what intellect does. Perception contributes to accuracy. We're going to want a lot of... So, if you look over here, gold star for perception. The game kind of steers you based on your class. So the game knows we picked a Cypher Hunter multi-class. It's telling us, hey man, you're going to need some perception. And you're going to want to probably look into these as well. I don't know I'm sure there's like a build guide that would like tell you the perfect way to do this. We are not looking at... That's fucking lame. We're not going to look at any build guides or anything like that. We are just going to... whatever. Do our best to put this together. But we need a whole bunch of perception so that we actually hit. We're seeing down here we get plus 8 accuracy, plus 16 reflex. That's a defense. This is how often we hit. We want a whole bunch of perception. We are going to want... Again, I don't know the best way to set this up, to be perfectly honest with you. I think intellect is going to be pretty big for us too, since we are... This is going to make it so when we hit with those charms, it lasts longer. You see down there, 20% ability duration. We are going to be a bit of a glass cannon. We're not going to have a lot of health, but that's just kind of it is what it is. So my thought kind of process here is like, we want a whole bunch of perception so we actually have good accuracy and we can hit things when we shoot them. We want a good amount of intellect so that when we hit with our spells they last for a little bit longer. Threw a couple of points on might for the damage, and then what dexterity does, you can see it down at the bottom there. It makes us do things a little bit faster. Makes us shoot faster. Makes us cast our spells faster. The armor system and stuff in this game is pretty cool. So like, you can wear whatever type of armor you want. What it does is it obviously like makes you harder to hit and like take less damage, but it also slows you down. So when you see action speed there, we probably will not be wearing very heavy armor because we want to be moving quickly. We want to be able to, we want to be shooting. Again, it's going to be a bit of a glass cannon. We're going to have a tank and our bear to kind of take damage for us is the idea. So this is what we're going to go. Oh, I have 1 point left. We'll throw that in an elect. This is what we're going to go with. I didn't put a lot of thought into it. Probably not. Whatever. We're good. Where are you from? I'm going to stay with what... This is just background stuff. I think it only affects like dialogues in the game. I know that I chose the Living Lands for the first game, and so I'm just going to stick with that. The Living Lands is the mountainous region of a large northern island, renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable, and its ecosystems vary dramatically from valley to valley. The Living Lands are home to an assortment of races and a variety of colonial and independent settlements. There actually is a third game that takes place in this universe called Avowed. It is a completely different style of game. It's a first-person adventure game. I have not... I played it for like an hour because it was on Game Pass. It takes place in the Living Lands. Interesting side note. We're going to pick that because it's what we picked in the first game. It's where we're from. Each of these actually come with a little bonus too. This gives us 1 more might, so we'll take that. What was our job? I don't remember what I fucking picked in the first game for this. I really don't. What do I feel like? Drifter? Explorer? Mercenary. That's probably the coolest one. No. We'll just say Explorer. I think you get the same options in the first game, but I fucking don't remember. Otherwise, I would have been consistent with this too. Weapon proficiencies. So here, we'll just look at it. The way this works is we're going to take our firearms here. You can use weapons in this game even if you are not proficient with them. You get bonuses if you're proficient with them. For instance, if I look at pistol, you can see right here there is no penalty for using a weapon without the corresponding proficiency. But a character who is not proficient in a weapon only loses access to the associated modal ability. A modal ability is one that you toggle on and off. In this case, you get rapid shot. The character fires and reloads the pistol quickly at the cost of accuracy. We get that. We're honestly probably not going to use it very often because we need the accuracy more than the attack speed. But we're going to take it anyways. And you get 2. We're just going to take a different kind of gun because we're using guns, baby. Wait, what is this? Blunderbuss or Arquebus? Take the is it Arquebus? Arquebus. Arquebus. This one we probably will use if we happen to have one of these guns because it makes you more accurate. So hopefully we'll have one of those guns fairly early in the game. Those are our 2 choices. This game, you can see here, it just gives you like, these are pre-made face, it's like what's going to show on your profile on the bottom of the screen. I think there are like, you can just, like, you can go download. People have created a shitload of these. I don't have any installed here. There's one here that's fairly, it's like covered. It's like the perfect, here we go. Ambiguous. You can't tell. That could be fucking anybody under there. Who knows what this guy just got away with. What is this? Oh, my clothes. Oh, we're gonna go green and yellow, of course. Holy shit, that's a pale elf. We're not gonna put too much thought into our, you can see pretty limited, honestly, in the character creator. Some games go really hard on this. Graphics and shit, not really these games' strong suits, but honestly, like, I feel like because they, like, don't have to spend a ton of time on graphics and, fucking cutscenes and shit, all those resources and all that time get put into the story. I feel like it's a pretty solid trade-off. Dark hair, beautiful baby blue eyes. Would you fuck me? Alright. Sick hair. God, this is a handsome fella. Boop. Classic reluctant hero. Oh, cool point. So these are, we'll listen.
Quick and quiet.
Oh, we need a little more volume, I think, for the voices.
Not a sound.
Let us end this. Charge! No prisoners. Yeah!
These are the voices. Really kind of generic voices for your character, what you're going to sound like. These down here.
Out of my way! Shall we begin? Time for some good old-fashioned ultra-violence. I'm right beside you.
Let's get started.
Those are voices of those are voices of the Critical Role D&D group. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. Critical Role does a D&D playthrough on Twitch. They're pretty fucking popular. In fact, the voice of Adair in this game and another companion that we'll talk about when we get there, both voiced by Matt Mercer, who is the DM for Critical Role. These are voices
This is my favorite part.
of those characters in Critical Role.
If you insist. Time to fist the wound.
They actually did like recordings for this game. Super fucking cool.
Once more into the breach. For strong jaw.
We're not gonna pick any of these. We're just gonna take
them down.
generic. And these are kind of fun while you're standing there. This is like the pose that your guy are standing. Holy shit, look at that fucking heroic stance. Tell me you wouldn't follow this guy in the battle. Well, who stands like this? Are you kidding me? Hunched. Yeah, he's something. Oh, Sassy. Gollum. He exists. Yeah, really, look at this. Oh. This is my character that I want to roleplay for fucking 80 hours. This is Sassy Boy. Although, strangely enough, underneath this stance is one that says Sassy. What the fuck is this one gonna look like? Is he gonna tie his shirt up? Oh, he just switched arms. Hold on. Oh. Apparently if you're right-handed, you're roguish. If you're left-handed, you're sassy. Is that it? Yeah, I guess maybe that's it. His wrist is 20% limper. Oh, this might be us. This might be us. This guy looks like he's ready to have none of your shit. We're gonna look at the rest of them, though. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, come on, man. You don't... Hey, guys. You guys ready to go on an adventure? This is gonna be fucking cool. Sickly. Oh, it took him a second. I guess. I don't even know what iridite means. Oh! Oh! Fucking calm down. That's pretty baller. It's not gonna be us, though. Drunk? How drunk? What if he threw up? Nah, he's just a little wobbly. Oh! Ooh, what if I spin him? Nothing. Energetic, just bouncing around. This is for Orleans. Wait, what the f... This is just roguish plus sassy. That's all that is. Oh, look at that fucking savage. It would have been cool if this was Randy Savage. That would have been a fucking sick twist. I think we're stoic, right? Arms crossed? That's us, dude. Having nobody's shit. Name. Mats. The Mats. Gives you a recap. We're a Cypher plus Ranger. All these numbers. More numbers. Things we can do. More things we can do. That's it. We did it.
Go
An hour
forth
later.
now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly.
That was really fast for character
When the
creation.
time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you. To open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world. Find Aethys. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
Fine.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
She just did some sort of god shit to me.
A chime. Do not fear, Herald.
Oh.
It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me.
Oh.
I trust it will not come to that.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby.
It's the classic bomb in the back of your head. It'll only explode if you be bad. Good deal.
The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
I like the dwarf more than the lady, I think. Okay, we're walking. We are walking. Back to life, I think. It's exactly what I imagine the afterlife to be like floating candles and such. Very Hogwartsy. Very Hogwartsy. Whoop! And now we are okay. This is our friend Adair. Chillin'. This appears to be our dead body. And I think this is our, yeah, this is our statue lady friend. Oh, I can't click on her. Oh, I clicked on my body. Here we go. Now we can finally play the game. We'll fiddle with the audio, here in a second. See how the voices sound.
The return to your body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull.
Oh, hungover.
Adair watches over your body with a glazed look, taking long, even tokes from his pipe. At the first movement of your chest, he starts. His gasp, mid-puff, sends him coughing and straining for breath.
Adair's our bro. Get ready, you're gonna like this guy.
No, there's no way. You're awake. What are you doing awake? How are you feeling?
Alive.
Alive's a big improvement.
I hate to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of Cad Nua.
I remember. Statue lady.
Cad Nua has been destroyed. Aethys possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby.
What a dick. Again, reminder, this is the god of rebirth, redemption, dawn, spring, and light. You fucking suck at this, Aethys.
It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. And even then, just barely.
That's right. Strong soul.
The further Aethys withdrew, the weaker you became. We chartered this ship and followed him to the Deadfire archipelago.
That's where we are. The Deadfire archipelago marks the eastern edge of the known world. Dominantly populated by island Amawa. Those were the big people we saw in the character creator, who make up the tribes of the Huana. The chain of hundreds of islands spans thousands of miles. The Deadfire contain myriad climates and biomes that are home to a bewildering array of creatures. The last century has brought ambitious colonial traders, explorers, and pirates to Deadfire, but travel east of the archipelago is blocked by the destructive storms of Andra's mortar. I think that's just like a big fucking storm. Legends among the Huana speak of an ancient cataclysm that devastated their people thousands of years ago. Details of this event have been lost to time, but Huana storytellers claim that it destroyed everything they had built, sinking even the greatest of their cities beneath the waves. So, we have... I don't know, some lore there. Looks like something happened a long time ago that maybe like an Atlantis situation there at the end.
I know not how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul.
That bitch.
And proximity to it has brought you back.
Ooh, I could remain... No, I'll say I know. Statue lady's my friend.
How could you know all that? You've been faking on us.
He pokes at your shoulder with one finger.
Poke.
Misfortune's brewing topside. Migrants fires the captain stirs.
An older man with ale-sour breath rubs his bloodshot eyes and stares at you.
Get a chance to look at Magrin here. Goddess of war, fire, transformation, purification, consumption, and trials. Patron goddess of the Deerwood, thought to have blessed the Godhammer bomb that destroyed Widewind and possibly Aethys. That's the bomb that we talked about. Thought to have blessed the God Hammer Bomb. Thought to have, though. Still some a lot of ambiguity with the whole Widewind situation.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Drunk ass.
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
I know this is asking a lot, but you better arm yourself and get on deck. Should be some gear in there.
He indicates a nearby wardrobe.
Alright. Where are we at? 2 hours later, we're fucking actually playing the game. Here we are, playing the game. Down here, this is our character. Boop. These are the things we can do. We have ranger abilities. Right here is our bear companion that we can summon. We can only do that in combat. And this is the other one that we choose. That.
All right. Gears in the wardrobe. Got no time to dally.
Why don't you fucking relax, Adair? And then over here we have the cipher abilities. Like I said, we have to build up our resource. If you look underneath the one there, it says we have 7 of it. That's just like what we sit at, and it takes 10 to cast that spell. So we have to do some damage before we can even attempt to cast that spell. This is a like special ability that we get. Use your Watcher powers to gaze through your target's eyes deep into their soul, temporarily frightening them. Frightening, just a general debuff, makes them weaker. And alright, let's look in here. Here we are. Alright, see, we get some fucking guns right away. I think that's because we picked the class that we picked. I think if we picked like fighter, it would give us fighter gear here.
All right.
Some basic money.
Now make some use of it.
You got it, Adair. Inventory. We know how to fucking play. Alright. I'm going to see a lot of this screen. The inventory management in these games is not its strong suit, to be honest with you, but serviceable. We are going to use... It gave us 1 pistol, and it gave us an arquebus. So one cool thing about the pistol is you can fucking dual wield them. We only have 1 of them right now, and then this is a 2-handed gun. And that's what we're going to use for now. Also gave us some basic gear. So, the way this works is, if you look at simple clothing, you can see it gives us a base armor rating of 3, recovering time plus 0%. And then if you look at the mail armor, it gives us some more armor, particularly against crush and freeze damage, but makes it take 35% longer in between each of our actions in combat, basically. So if you wear heavier armor, you're trading off some action speed. Right now we're going to try and just go with what we have. Maybe not. We'll go with the armor for now. Plus we look way cooler.
The pirates of Deadfire are notorious. I suggest you deal with them quickly.
You're going to see me do this a lot. The green square. That is me selecting my whole party. Looks like right now I only have 1 person, but when you see me boop, do that, I'm selecting the whole party. Also, the camera moves when I go to the end of the screen. It takes a little getting used to. So if the camera's all over the place, I apologize. Alright, let's go outside. We're on a pirate ship with a bunch of...
What have we here? A little sloop? Lost and alone in the storm?
We've lost our narrator. A surly, brutish looking captain stands stiff-backed. Ooh. That was a loud thunder. That was a loud fake thunderstorm. A surly, brutish-looking captain stands stiff-backed before his crew. He scowls as he assesses you, his hair whipping about, his ears in the wind.
I'll be taking your ship now, if you don't mind.
We'll adjust the
and
volume
especially
momentarily.
If you do.
This guy's not nice. Mr. Benwith.
Well, at least he asked.
Adair being adorable.
I am a gentleman of fortune.
The captain shrugs in the sheeting rain before pinning you with a slow, murderous grin.
Give her up easy, and I'll see you get a swift death. It'll be bloody and agonizing, sure, but at least it'll be quick.
Make a rude hand gesture. Adair smiles like he's just seen an old friend. See, I told you Adair was the best. Oh, we'll look at that in a moment.
Always like that one. Sometimes I like to wiggle the finger like it's tickling.
Huh? I told you this dude's the best.
Oh, I like your spirit.
He laughs long and loud over the din of the howling rain. Then he sobers instantly, his face a mask of rage.
But that won't spare you none. Listen up, mates.
He cracks his neck as he addresses his crew.
I'm off to spear me a bigger fish. One with sharper teeth like. I'm trusting you lot not to cock this up. Don't damage the sloop when you take it.
The classic villain of, we need to kill this guy, I'm gonna walk away. Classic move.
Play with the crew if you'd like, but don't bring me any prisoners.
You had bandwidth.
Okay. We're in combat. So, when I said real time with pause, this is exactly what I meant. The game is going to play out, and when I hit space, I can pause the game. At that point, I can dole out orders to anybody in my party, in this case, still just me. This little meter down here controls how fast the combat plays out when it's playing out. We are going to put it at a little slower than normal for now. We're going to adjust that as we go, but just because I haven't played in a little while, I'm going to put it a little bit slower. So, as combat starts, I actually have to enter combat, like that. So now, I'm actually going to, I really want to get my bear out. So here's what I mean. So now I'm in combat, and I really want to get this bear summoned. It's going to be the first thing I do most of the time. Probably going to take some damage here. Boop. There's my bear, and then I immediately pause. Now I want to take my character, I'm going to back him up. I can select Shardik the bear here, set him to attack the pirate, like so. I unpause, that starts to play out. Doesn't look like I can do anything with Adair, and he's just standing there like a dipshit for this tutorial fight. So we have the bear attacking the pirate, and we are going to use our mark prey right there. Unpause.
Defend the ship!
Bear. The pathing can be a little weird, so I want this bear to stay in these guys' face and attack them. Sometimes the bear wants to run around Adair. It can be a little tricky. There we go, we got him turned around, attacking the right guy. We got our gun out, we're shooting. There's a shot down here in the bottom right hand corner. Is a combat log that I can stretch out. A lot of information down here. This is telling me what's happening. If I mouse over it, well, this is really getting deep into the information. We're not going to do this a lot, but it's there if you want it. Where this is actually telling me the rolls. So if you see 2 hit 33, that was like my accuracy roll. That's on a out of a roll of 100. And then they rolled a 42 in their defense. That came out to a minus. You can kind of see it does give you all the information. You don't really got to worry about that. I'm going to be worrying about it up here. But this is telling us if we're missing, if we're hitting, how much damage we're doing, so on and so forth. Again, the combat for CRPGs is like what some people just can't do. Like, the stories are great, the writing is generally really good, awesome characters, great world building, but some people just aren't into the combat. Totally 100% get that. It will make more sense as we go. That dude just died. I'm reloading. You can see this gun takes a really long time to reload as the combat is playing out. I'm standing here reloading. My bear's doing damage. Now I've reloaded, I can take my shot. Boop. Oh, we drilled him for 26. We're going to reload again. And these guys are falling. Really easy fight here. This is the tutorial fight. Not a whole lot to understand here. We've got some NPC guys. You can see again the pathing. These morons running against nothing. But we're just mowing down. We're just mowing through these guys, even on the hardest difficulty. In fact, we'll take my guy. We're going to come over here. We'll leave the bear attacking down here. We'll run over here, and we'll just start shooting up here. Rip. Just drilled that dude for 33. He's dead. Now, just to use it and kind of show you, you see down here we've done some damage. We have 20 focus now. Now we can use this spell. So if I click this, and come up here and say, I want to cast a spell on this guy. He's going to run up, start to do it. This pops up. This is telling me I am attempting to cast this spell on this guy. He could resist it. It might not hit. We'll see if it does. Still want my bear attacking down here. Seeing up here. Boop. It hits. It shows me he's charmed. Now he's green. This dude is essentially on my team now, which is why that spell's so strong. He's just going to start shooting his own friend. I could come over here and eat a sandwich. And this guy's going to kill this guy. It's all going to work out. We're not going to eat that sandwich, though. We're going to go ahead and finish killing these guys in this tutorial fight. You can see these dudes all died. Get our bear running up here. You know he's not going to fit up the stairs. Look at everybody's just stuck in the stairs. Brilliant pathing here. There you see my bear just disappeared because he doesn't last forever. That's another one of the downsides, but he's going to last long enough for us to be alright. Oh, so this is a funny interaction though on the charm spell. So we hit charmed. This guy's a pirate. Okay, this dude just fucking tried to kill us. But he's charmed for another 4.9 seconds. So everybody on my team's going to go ahead and just put their weapons away. Because he's technically on our team. Some pretty classic video game shenanigans happening here. We can force an attack. If I click this button and click on him, we're going to go ahead and force this attack and shoot him even though he's on our team. That's going to wear off in 2.8 seconds, and then you'll see everybody on our team is going to be like, oh shit, that guy didn't come here with us. Here he comes. Oh, fuck. Oh, we hate that guy. They don't know what the hell to do. I think it's because they're stuck. There they go. I had to move out of their way. Get them. Go get them midair. So some silly CRPG shenanigans there that you can see.
Storm's picking up! Take cover!
Okay. Oh, let me move my stupid face. Oh, you don't need to see that. So these are like text events. Again, not going to see big, fancy cutscenes in this game. We're going to get this instead. You've defeated the pirates, but you're not out of trouble yet. The storm picks up, lashing your ship and driving you dangerously close to a rocky shore. The Defiance crew hurries to reduce sail and batten down the hatches. They work quickly, but the ship is still listing heavily. The Defiant is our ship. Just then, a loose crate tumbles toward you, gathering speed on the rain-slick deck. That was close. It misses you, but knocks Chitupek, one of your deckhands, off of his feet. The Defiant heaves. Chitupek pitches over the side. He grabs onto the rail, but his fingers are slipping. He cries out for help. Meanwhile, the runaway crate totters over the edge of the deck, ready to lunge overboard. You recognize the symbol on the front and realize it likely contains the salvage from Cadnua, your keep. And then, here, now, yeah, I do want to move. So if you look, I have options. So you get little text events here. And I have a choice here that I can either rescue my deckhand or save my fucking loot. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know this Chitupek fella. This guy wasn't in the first game, but we're gonna rescue him anyway. Good guy mods. You grab Chitupek's arm just as his grip fails. For a tense moment, he hangs suspended over the roiling sea, and then with a mighty tug, you pull him back onto the deck. You hear a heavy splash. The crate from Cadnua is gone. Motherfucker. I genuinely don't know what's in that crate. I've never looked it up. Maybe something awesome. I don't know. Well, we got this fucking useless douche on our team, so better be worth it. He nodded in gratitude. He nodded at me. That was my thanks. Meanwhile, the storm has nearly driven to shore. A flash of lightning reveals a treacherous coastline and Aothas striding into the distance. The lookout barely has time to shout a warning before the Defiant runs aground. Pretty sweet picture over here. Some serious cake on that statue. Impact hurls you from the deck and into a froth of waves, bodies that splinter and bleed. You struggle toward the beach just ahead, even as the surf tugs you toward the open sea. You kick and paddle with all your might, until at last you feel sand between your fingers. Pulling yourself ashore, you collapse.
Getting a lot of sleep so far on this trip. I'd have woke you, but you look so peaceful with your face in the sand.
Adair runs his fingers through his hair and removes a strand of seaweed he finds lodged there. He examines it closely and then tosses it into the sand.
If you're worried about the ship, you can stop worrying. It's wrecked right over there.
He points out the Defiant, despite it being difficult to miss from your vantage point.
So far, it's just you and me and the chair lady over there.
Adair nods towards something further up the beach.
It's a relief to see you awake, my lord. I worried you were in for another long sleep.
Your steward appears to be lodged between some rocks. Despite this, her tone is warmly cheerful. Statue lady is a positive lady. I hate boats. Where are we?
Don't know, but it's real pretty.
Oh.
Difficult to say for certain. The Deadfire is spotted with islands, some quite small. The good news is that if the storm hasn't spun us round entirely, I'd say we're in charted waters. I believe the Valian Trading Company operates in the region.
Valian Trading Company. An outward-looking mercantile order from the Valian Republics. The 30,000 employees are tasked with delivering profit on the homeland's investment. In the Deadfire, this means refining and exporting luminous Adra in enormous quantities. So a kind of capitalist expansion of the islands.
Hence that little visit from that wretched pirate captain.
Yeah, fuck that guy. What do we do now?
It is your decision, but Aothas still holds a piece of your soul. He was moving inland last I saw of him. I rather think he will have been hard to miss.
A big blue statue? Yeah, probably.
Let's see about the other survivors. And somehow we gotta get the ship repaired. I don't want to be paddling out of here on a salvage raft.
For now, I'd say your best bet is to find some sign of civilization. If nothing else, we may be able to hire on a shipwright. My lord, if it is not too taxing, could you explain how it came to pass that you were returned to us?
Look at this. Squint dramatically while looking out at the ocean. This is the one we're picking. One of these. I've returned as the Herald of Barath. I'm on a special mission to find Aothas and learn what his plans are.
Sure. I suppose if any mission could be considered special, it'd have to be this one.
A perilous endeavor indeed. Castle or no castle, you are still my lord, and I will aid you to the best of my ability.
Well, I suppose we better get a move on.
Let's go. Okay, so this is different also from the first game. In the first game, your companions simply are what they are. Adair was our fighter, our tank. In this game, it looks like you can choose. It gives you two choices and a multi-class option. Adair's our tank. This is going to be our sword and board. He's going to be a fighter through and through. You look at his, again, we'll get into this when we level up, but this is our sword, shield out in front. Everybody hide behind Adair. fighter. Alright, Adair has joined the party.
Sure.
We are going to take a 5-minute break. Go have a cigarette. We are still going to go for a while. And we probably will be able to complete this like tutorial area. This whole island is kind of getting you into the game. I don't know if we'll be able to finish it tonight. We're going to try. But we also want to look at everything, talk to everybody, explore a few things still menu-wise. But we're going to do that in a few minutes. Because I need a cigarette. Boop. Oof, the camera jumping all over. BRB. Yeah, I'm a dumbass. I did realize that. Packer game tomorrow? Yay or nay? We're a yay. Nah, it doesn't matter. We were just curious if you were doing the Packer game tomorrow. Alright. Alright. Back, nerds. Oh, okay, awesome. Yep, looking forward to that. Okay, let's dive back in. Adventure. We are on an island with our friend Adair. We are going to do this. This is, oops. So this is, as I'm walking around, I can kind of set the positioning of my team. So I want Adair up front, because he's our tank, and I want my guy kind of hanging back. That way if I just click,
right,
like so, it will position Adair out front, as opposed to my dude. So that's what we're doing there. Quick look at Adair and all his shit. You can see he comes with some pretty sick armor. Saints War armor. This comes with an ability which grants second chance, and that's going to let him just come back to life when he dies once per rest. Really fucking nice that he starts with that. And it also has, we're going to get into the enchanting system later. We don't have any materials to do it, but this essentially lets you like level up gear so that it stays relevant throughout the game. He also has some healing potions, which is pretty freaking nice. Can I split these? There we go. So we want to give one to our guy, so that each character has one. Oh, and he comes with some white leaf, which is a drug. Fucking Adair getting stony baloney apparently in that pipe. These, you can use these. These give you buffs, but then I think they come with a drawback. I think you get buffed for it, but I want to say if you use these a whole bunch, maybe they come with a drawback. Then he has a basic saber and a shield, which is perf for him. And I'm puffing on that white leaf. What the fuck? Adair's been through some shit since the first game, apparently. So if I hold down tab, you see these things highlight in blue. That's kind of telling me the things that I can interact with on the screen. So you're going to see that kind of happening on and off. I'm going to loot these. Loot these corpses. Looting. Lots of looting in CRPGs. Lots of running around and looting. Oh, we got a boar. We've got a... Just like... we're going to spend our time in Elwyn Forest killing boars. Alright, we're going to kill this boar. So we're going to run up to him. If we get close enough and he sees us, the game pauses right there automatically as we go into combat. These 3 dots above them means that they don't have... I haven't given them a command yet. Whereas if I click on Adair and I say, hey Adair, I want you to use your knockdown ability that you have as a fighter on this boar, you can see that's going to change. He now has that. He's going to run up and do that as soon as I unpause. And I'm going to give my guy an attack. Well, actually what I want to do, like I said, we're going to summon our bear pretty much at the start of every fight. Boom. There's our bear. Pause again. We get him attacking. We get our guy shooting our gun. Boom, the big knockdown there from Adair that knocked the boar down. So he's like a, he's on the ground. He's not taking any actions now. This is obviously a tutorial fight. We're gonna destroy this boar, but just trying to kind of explain the very basics of combat. Oh, you can see there, like he went back to the 3 dots because he did his knockdown. I have to click on him and tell him to attack normally. I could just have him attack, or just like spam his knockdown ability too. A bear doing 13. Another big knockdown right there from Adair. And shot from my guy. That was a miss from Adair. If I click on here again, it will show me the rolls if I want to see them. We're going to see a lot of misses. Hardest difficulty, lots of misses. And there's the win. The fight is over. We've won our first fight. See down at the bottom? party gain 20 experience. And we do heal in between fights. So we just can't, we're good if we don't die. We're going to heal up. We just want to keep people from dropping. That's what we're trying to do. And then, let's see if I click on the journal here and go to the bestiary, click on beasts, we kill the young boar. And what do you know? We get some information on young boars. Not all of it. You see all these question marks? These are going to unlock as we defeat more young boars. So as we run into harder enemies, this information can really come into handy. You see down here, immunities, resistance, all this stuff. We can even see what abilities they do. Cool lore. Obviously, we don't really lore on a wild boar. Probably not all that exciting. But really cool stuff in the bestiary in this game. And on the hardest difficulty, we're going to be in here looking at shit. We're going to run into enemies that are really fucking hard, and we're going to need to know what they're immune to, all this sort of thing. And I really like that sort of shit. Sometimes you play these games, if you don't play them on the hardest difficulty, you're never going to open the screen. There's just no reason to. You're going to be so much stronger than, like, everything else that you're just never going to even, like, all this information is in the game, like, and it's not even going to be, you're not even going to use it. Whereas, we're going to be using it.
What?
Oh, hey. Did I loot the boar? I didn't loot the boar. Fucking left that pork behind. Yeah, like souls walking around. Only I can see him and everything. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey, fancy seeing you here.
The spirit's voice warps and shifts, muted as if by a great distance. Even so, he grins brightly at you.
I can't see much of anything, really, apart from you. Just endless gray. What happened?
The ship ran aground in the storm. You died.
Storm? That's strange. You'd think a man would recall a storm. It's like someone cut away a part of my memory. There's just this big black hole. It's weird. I thought death would be different. Big light and so on. But I don't see anything at all. Just you.
Bareth charged me with guiding souls to the afterlife, so I suppose you're my responsibility now. I could just say fuck you, but I kinda don't want to make this lady mad.
Oh. Suppose that sounds nice enough. I'll follow you then, shall I?
The spirit falls into step behind you, radiating cheer. Oh.
Suppose you're stuck with that.
Oh, that's right. Let me look at the what can we do? Maybe turn down the music a little bit, but we turn up the master volume. Maybe that'll help. I feel like the music was a little overwhelming and the voices are a little low. So maybe play with that a little bit. Oh, another young boar. Tutorial island here. I know how to play. Relax. Alright. We probably don't even need the bear for the young boar. We're just gonna attack. See, he's almost dead already. These are, just teaching the game. Let me speed this up a little bit down here so it moves faster. Taking some damage, but we just don't want him to lose it all. And we're good.
Yeah? Sure. Hmm?
There you go. Got it. Two tusks. Alright.
Mind the boars, Watcher. I can't hold them back.
What's up, buddy?
Looks like
I'll help you with the boars. We are stronger than boars. Oh, let's go ahead and use... You can see, like, he fucking chunks for damage. Honestly. Boom, big knockdown though. The arquebus takes forever to load. Holy fuck. Does big damage though, 30. He did. What do you got to say,
What do you
friend?
endorse?
It is
Oh,
good
this
to
is the guy
see
we
you
saved.
well,
This
Watcher.
shit better- no,
I
you
believe
better-
the Boers were hoping for easy meat.
You better really fucking be worth it, Chitupek. Chitupek greets you with a relieved nod and checks the pistol at his hip. Give me that pistol, motherfucker.
The bosun, Beadle, is in that cave over there. Ran in after a boar. Stubborn old dwarf.
So why are you out here?
I was able to calm one of the boars with a spell. For a time, at least. By the time I was through, I had lost sight of Beadle.
Sounds a little sus.
I remained here, hoping he would return quickly. He has not.
What happened?
After we made landfall, you mean? I woke and Beadle was close by, swearing fit to bring Andra's wrath upon us a second time. We began to search for supplies.
I don't think we've looked at Andra. Goddess of oceans, forgotten things, loss, relentlessness, and mourning. Oh, she's a sad god. Said to have once fallen in love with the moon, and to have tried to draw it near with catastrophic consequences. People bring tokens to her temples of things they wish to forget, and her clergy seize the tokens cast into the sea. We deal a little bit, I think, with Andra in the first game. I wish I remembered better. I don't. I think it's one of the DLCs. This story about falling in love with the moon and trying to draw it near, like, I don't think it's like literal, but there's something I can't remember the details. It was a while ago, but she did do something silly that, like, fuck shit up.
I came over this way in hopes of gathering some of that blood moss over there. I thought it might be of use. I imagine the Boers had the same idea.
I'll go look for that dude.
I will see to a campfire. Perhaps someone will see the smoke and come to lend us aid. Take care within that cave, Captain.
Thanks, bud. For nothing. Alright. What we got here? Some more tusks. Blood moss. So that's the entrance to the cave. What's up here? Ghosty.
Isn't there supposed to be a light?
That's
There's nothing for miles. Didn't think death would be so boring.
Sorry. Down here's our ship. Oh, this guy's dead. We'll take his shit. Sorry about that.
Somebody, Perco Blanca.
Oh, some more random shit. We're gonna quick save. And we're gonna click on this. The Defiant is looking far worse for wear after its unexpected landfall. The hull has splintered in several places along the keel. I don't know what a keel is. While the tattered sails stand as evidence of your battle with the pirates. The deck of the Defiant is well out of reach from here. The ship groans like a beached whale each time the waves roll in, but it doesn't seem to be listing any further. You may be able to climb up. Oh, we picked up a grappling hook. We must have just picked that up in the box. We're going to use that. It's kind of an example of the way these text events work. If you have something in your inventory, it'll give you the option to use it like that. So it's kind of teaching you that here. One good throw and the hook sails up and over the rail, catching firmly. A few tugs suggest the grappling hook should hold fast. You have lost an item. We've lost that, but we can use it to climb up. The rope makes the ascent considerably easier, and you soon find yourself climbing over the rail. We did it. We're on the boat.
You're looking better, Casita. That, or I'm worse off than I thought.
Casita, a Valian term for captain. The sheen of sweat on her brow and the wan cast to her features belies Arena's casual greeting. Never seen that word in my life.
It's my leg, Matico. It hurts even worse than it looks.
Arena's leg bears a bloody gouge along the length of her shin, and the swelling around her knee suggests a nasty break. Medico, a Valian expletive or she's saying, fuck. That's what that. craft a splint from some debris. I'll patch you up as best I can, but you'll want to stay off that leg as much as possible.
I wasn't planning on going for a run, Casita.
Irene watches you work with obvious relief. Once you're through, she gives the leg a tentative stretch.
It still hurts, but I can manage from here. Agrasima.
Yes, thank you.
Have you found any of the others yet? I'll
Not yet.
start a fire. If any of the others are out there, hopefully they'll see it and turn up.
Great plan. Yeah, at least she's walking on that broken. That wasn't broken at all. That was fucking... She was hamming it up. Climb down. Oh, what's this guy? What do you got? Dagger.
Will do.
Water seems helpful. You got a whole chicken in this barrel. Fuck yeah, dude. Alright, I guess we're going to the cave. I feel like there's gonna be an enemy in here. I gotta remember to save. Stealth. We don't need fucking stealth. So what he says as he clicks the stealth button.
I guess we're not the first to head this way.
What do we got? Got a torch, pickaxe. Ingredients and shit. There's something in here that wants to kill me for sure. Ah. Okay, so the little marker, these are like difficulty indicators. The white skull there is kind of saying like, hey, badass. And then I think it goes up to like 3 white skulls, and then I think it goes up to 3 red skulls. We just want to avoid 3 red skulls. That's what we need to know there. I think 1 white skull we can handle. There are 2 of them. Alright, I guess the whole stealth idea is probably out the window. We're going to unstealth. We are in combat. Alright, let's get our bear out. Go Gadget Shardik. Adair. Knock down. Alright, we got Shardik out. We get you out front. We want Mott's attacking. That's a nice knockdown right there. Boom, big damage right away. Let's just take out that first cave beetle. I think it's better to focus one enemy down rather than spread damage. Like so. That's 1 cave beetle down. No fucking problem.
Take him down.
Gotta remember to use our shit here. We put on that marked prey, that makes us way more likely to hit. And so, okay, I guess I should explain this. So, like, the knockdown, the way this works is, like, he has a knockdown ability. You can see underneath it, it says 1. It costs, like, 1 of his resource, which for each fight, I think he starts with, yeah, he starts with 3. So I can use this 3 times per fight, and then it's going to replenish. I can use it 3 times next fight, so on and so forth. And then, like, my guy, these are not limited by fight, which is what I like about the Cypher. As long as I have the focus, I can just keep using those abilities. And then I have like a pool of 3 for my ranger pool. The way Adair had 3 uses of knockdown, I have 3 uses of a combination of these 2 things. It cost me 1 point to summon the bear, and cost me another point to do the mark. This cave beetle's so fucked. Oh, you know what? We went this on. It makes us more accurate. Makes it take even fucking longer to shoot. But we just want to make sure we hit. Yeah. Easy peasy. Later, Shardik. See you in a minute.
Be quiet, sure.
Alright. Go back into stealth. That just makes it so enemies like don't see us until we're like right up on top of them. I don't really want to be surprised. Even these tutorial fights, like on the hardest difficulty, can go pretty bad, I think. Small forms dart swiftly beneath the coral below. Oh. Alright. Spoopy, spoopy skeletons. Grow some skin, you fucks. 3 skellies, huh?
Look.
Oh, is he gonna come this way? Run away. I don't want them to see me. So it looks like they patrol this whole area. Maybe I do want to just pull them right now so I can kind of funnel them on this bridge. Choke point and all. Let's try it. On stealth. They see us. Go get your Shardik. Let's get the bear. Get him out. I can't tell. Are these guys gonna attack from afar or are they gonna run at me? Yeah, that's right. This guy's got a gun. Alright, let's put Shardik on this guy. And let's put Adair on this guy. Looks like he's about to fire. I kind of just want to let him shoot. So this line here, from skeleton to Adair, is what this was just talking about up here. It's engagement. So he's kind of like locked onto Adair. And once you're locked on like this, if the skeleton moves away from him, or if Adair moves away from the skeleton, they're going to take an attack. This is something we want our tank to do, though. We want him to engage as many people as possible. What we don't want is for him to die. So we're going to pop this. It's a little heal that we can use once per fight. And then, I think we're going to go ahead and use that marked prey ability on the Skelly. So he just healed himself. And get an attack off, and then we're going to go ahead and try to knock down this son of a bitch right here, which happened. So we just saw no pen there. That's why I mentioned this in the character creator, like penetration is a problem because the enemies have high armor. This dude has a shield. I think that's why. And like, even when I hit him, I'm just not doing good damage to him. So we're going to have to find a way to try to overcome that. Let's take a look. So here's a good opportunity. I do have 10 points, so I can use the charm here. It does have kind of a short range. That circle is the range of the ability, so I have to get closer to use it. And I'd actually kind of like to use it on this backline guy, to be honest with you, but... I think maybe we will just shoot with these two guys both close to dead. So there's one. Then we're going to have him move up like that. Boy, that arquebus takes a long time, doesn't it? Alright. Easy peasy. You can see how strong the bear is in the early game, though. Having that extra body in combat is crazy strong in the early game. Pretty basic loot here. I did get another pistol though, so that allows me. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, it's right here. To fucking. Oh wait, can I not? Why can't I dual wield them? Oh, there we go. What a badass, dude. I don't know if this is any better than the big gun, but it fucking looks way cooler. I'm gonna roll with this for a little while.
Yeah, right.
Gunslinger. style. Oh, back to stealth. Quick save.
Sorry, friend.
Sorry, buddy. Maybe my guy wants to wear this. It's like a lighter armor. It gets some damage reduction, but not... It doesn't slow me down as much. Looks cooler, which is really what we care about. This hat does nothing stat-wise. Oh, and it looks absolutely ridiculous. It is green and yellow, though. Oh, that's because I set the colors. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Oh,
trouble.
Wow, that thing was fast. Several sea bats. Kick his ass, sea bass. I can't really tell if it's 2 or 3. I can't tell if there's... This game is like to fucking make you think there's like 2 of these, and then back here somewhere there's like a fucking monstrous beast. Alright. Let's see. Can we sneak up a little bit more? I don't see anything else. Alright, I guess we're gonna try to do it. Oh, there's 3 of them. Motherfuck. We're gonna unstealth. Oh, there's 4. 4? Go Shardik. Ooh, they're ranged too. Nasty stuff here. Let's get penetration at the cost of recovery time. These both just make them move slower, but I wonder if the block is worth. I'm gonna turn it on for now. Alright. Let's move up a little bit here. Lots of damage coming out. Alright, we got the dual pistol going, so let's take a look at what that looks like.
Let's go.
And then you try to knock the... I don't know if we can knock down flying creatures. So you can see way faster on the shots here. Big hit right there for 24 with the dual pistols.
I hope nobody saw that.
I saw it, Adair. You totally fucking whiffed, you goon. Alright, now we're just attacking. Shardik's doing alright. Do we have... Okay, so here's a good time where we're gonna move up with this guy, with our guy Mons here, so that we can cast the spell, Whisper of Treason. This is what I was... Let's see if we can hit it on this guy. And if it works, he's gonna turn around and start shooting his friends. Boom, just like that. So now he's charmed. We're gonna put a dare on a different guy. We'll have him start attacking. It's with that charm is super strong when it hits. Now we're gonna go back to attacking. We're gonna try to take this guy out. So not a lot of damage here from Shardik, but just having him to kind of eat up, be a distraction is super strong. We can't hit anything right now. Oh, you can see that charm just wore off right at the same time that this bat died. So we're gonna send Shardik over here, and then we are gonna recast that spell, see if it hits again.
I hope nobody saw that.
Boom, it hits again. We just gonna keep this dude on our team. That's kind of like the whole strategy. Well, not the whole strategy, but that's why we took that spell. Oh, but we just lost Shardik. We need to resummon. Shardik is back. back to attack, please. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can knock down flying enemies, which is kind of boo-boo. Let's focus this guy down. Got one down. I don't even think we need to charm again, honestly, at this point. I think we just go ahead and... Because there goes the charm, just wore off. But now I think we should be fine. Big damage from the gun, dude. Oh. Let's make sure he gets... There we go.
Let's go.
And now we just kill this one. No problemo. We're just auto attacking here. No biggie.
Yeah.
Easy game. Gonna loot everything.
Right. Let's take a look.
Quona Mahe. Whatever that means. What is this? I don't really want to leave yet. I feel like we definitely haven't seen everything here. Did we ever go up there? We never walked up there, did we?
Be quiet.
Oh, that's the guy that we're looking for. Hang on, but we missed a path, did we not? Wasn't there another way to go down here? To the right, right?
Let's take a look.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait. Up there.
So up here, sneak up here. Oh. Stay away from me, bastard Skelly. Hox cap. That looks like a whole nother path. I can't really tell. There's no way this is just a skeleton. 100%. This is not just. There's gonna be fucking 14 more skeletons. Quick save. I guess we're just gonna try to do this. But I feel like... Oh, we got another healing potion. Let's give that to the tank. Are these shields better? Look the same. Yeah, it's the same. I guess we're just gonna do this. Fucking send it. One skelly plus whatever the fuck's behind him. Hopefully just more skellies. We just don't want to see like 3 red. I did say red. A rock ghast, huh? 3 white skulls. Alright. We're going in.
Up there.
Unstealthify. Let combat start so that we can actually summon the bear. And then we really want to just like fucking annihilate this guy before this big stinky bastard gets involved. So we totally whiffed with the dare, so that'll help. I think I'm gonna position my guy a little closer so that maybe I can get that spell off. Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. Look at this mess. So there's at least one skeleton, whatever the fuck this guy is, and the... Ew. Alright, let's try and deal a little bit of damage. By missing absolutely everything. There's a big hit, though. Alright, so what do we got exactly? 3 bastard skellies. One Revenant. Immune to poison and disease. That's not going to matter for us right now. Don't really know what worm puddle means. Okay. This guy's almost dead already. Okay, so here's my thought. Here's my plan. This rock is up in the upper left-hand corner. The 23 there, that is his will defense. It's like how good he is at defending mental magic. Well, that just happens to be what this targets. So we are gonna try to charm this fat son of a bitch when he gets close. Oh, I still have my text up. Whoopsie doodles. Meaning we're not gonna be right back. We are back. Alright. So that's the game plan. Yep. But we are gonna take a shitload of damage in the meantime, apparently. Oh. Can we just kill this guy? That would be really nice if we could just... Thanks, pal. But there, now you go get him. Shardik is about to die, but that's okay. Because we're going to have to resummon him anyways. But we need to do a little bit more damage with Mots in order to cast our spell. That should be enough. It is. So now we want to move up. Because we really want to hit this dude with that spell. And if we miss, we're kind of fucked. Let's go ahead and get a fresh bear. Boop. Plus he kind of cuts off that revenue. Oh, I just took a big chunk of ammo though. This piece of shit shot me. Do I need to heal? I'm gonna try to cast the spell. We're going for the spell. Need the spell to hit. We really need the spell to hit. Thank you. Spell hit. So now this dude's on my team for a few seconds here, which is pretty nice. Get our guy backed up. Problem is that's only gonna last. It's not gonna last that long. Do I want to use this potion? Yeah, let's use the potion. Heal up with my guy. Let's try to take out this bastard Skelly. Ooh, you see the Rockist doing nice damage to his former friend. But that's about to wear off. The charm's about to wear off, which is really bad for us. Like, really bad. I shouldn't be trying to shoot the Skellies because they're really strong to pierce damage, which makes sense because they're bastard Skellies. So we'll shoot that guy instead. Nice. That lets us try to charm him again. We're hoping the charm hits. Killed the bastard Skelly. And we'll leave Shardik here just in case the charm fails so that Shardik can attack. And we'll try to knock down the Revenant. The charm hit. So now we want to move Shardik over here. We all kick the shit out of this Revenant. He did. And now we can all gang up on the idiot Rockgast. But I do not really want him to be right next to me. Fucker.
Yeah. No good.
Oh, can I do. I have one more summon of Shardik, which is nice. You see that flanked pop up because we have an attacker on both sides of him, so he counts as flanked. So it's like, I can't remember exactly what it does, but it like, it's like a debuff basically.
Take him down.
All right, now we're just fucking. We're kind of out of resources, honestly, for this fight. No more knockdowns, no more Shardiks. So we really want to fucking kill this guy, like right now. Mox does good damage here, though. I said as he misses. Yeah, we're good. You like that? The charm though is so clutch there. Like you can see why we took that, and that's gonna be like a big early game strategy, is because you're just so outnumbered sometimes. So like when you have, and that worked out beautifully because the big meanest enemy happened to be basically a dumb fuck. He had a little will, so we could just keep charming him. Boop, boop, boop. He just stays in our team. Move out their shit. Looks like there's a dead guy up there. Y'all want to see a dead body? Ooh, and a treasure chest. We like that. We got a waterlogged note. Still no sign of Benwith. That was the piece of shit pirate that attacked us. How much longer are we gonna wait? The wet's already ruined half our take. And get your stinking construct under control. Construct? I've been hanging out by that crystal. I swear it's giving me the eye. Ooh, a little foreshadowing there. I think this construct is an enemy. We didn't see a crystal, I don't think. I don't remember seeing any crystals, so I'm guessing this is going to be further in the cave.
Yeah. I'll get it open.
Lockpick. So it's going to cost us 3 lockpicks. We'll explain this a little bit more as we level up. Right now we don't have a guy who's really specialized in lockpicking, but we do have the lockpicks that we need to unlock this chest. Ooh, a fancy coat. The healing potion is nice though, since we used the one we had. Alright, onward. Quick save. Let's go talk to that dude. We saw the dude who we're here to rescue, so let's go chat with him up here. Really? Oh, shit. I was gonna say, really cool art. Really, like, you know, I understand that, you know, it's not gonna blow your mind with, like, the realistic, it's not fucking Call of Duty or whatever. But really fucking nice art here, like, is there any doubt that you're in, like, a disgusting, damp, smelly cave? Like, isn't that, like, it's exactly where, you know, I just really enjoy it. Just take a second to. Alright, let's see what, this guy's got some traps around him. A fine mess you've gotten yourself into here. So, Jesus, Lord.
Damn pirates! Andra, take your scabrous souls for fish food.
Bayadol, still alive and calling everybody scabrous, I see.
Fucking scabrous.
Well, now we got a bosun. Just need a boat.
Adair. And I see that corpse we've been carting around is looking a slight more sprightly.
It's me.
Good to see the two of you, but mind your step. I've got myself in a spot of trouble. Been trying to find a way past without losing a leg or getting a face full of poison.
I don't know. Can I take
I sting something fierce.
Can I pick these? Holy shit, dude. What the do we have enough traps, guys? So I want to click just my guy. Yeah, we can disarm these. And we're getting XP for this. This is nice. Cheap XP, we love it. Adair's gonna get fucking stoned over there with his pipe. Found some. Got some treasure. One thing that's cool too is as I'm disarming these are going in my inventory. I can use these traps. I don't think we're really gonna use a lot of traps, but cool that you can.
On it.
Alright, we just disarmed a shitload of traps. What's in here? Breastplate, medium armor, and an ingredient. It's kind of underwhelming.
Sure.
Alright, sir.
Ah, bless you, Lord. Would have been a sorry way to go. Caught up in a dead pirate's trap. It's just bats and stinking corpses in this cave. You find anyone else?
We've got a campfire going on the beach.
Then I'll head that way myself. See you on the beach, Captain.
Sweet. See you there. Don't think we want to attack that barrel. Ooh, this is the Adra we were talking about. Green stone up here. More bastard skellies.
Whoa,
oh. So this is the construct I was talking about, and then there was the big crystal, obviously referring to the Adra here. Maybe I go check out that other... Oh, that actually maybe looks like it's just a path up to the same thing. Let's go check it out. Let's be thorough. I wonder if this is this a smarter path?
Somebody does it.
Go back into stealth. I'm not sure that... Here's my thinking, alright? We're gonna go back around. We're gonna come from this way. And then... I'm thinking it might be possible to use that barrel. I believe this will explode. Maybe? I think.
Yeah.
I don't exactly know how these work. I think this is gonna be... Can I get close enough to look at the construct? I have like no information on it though. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to charm the construct. Can you charm metal machinery? I don't fucking know. I feel like our strategy might not actually work in this fight. Alright, let's give it a go. Let's try it. Oh, we're doing this. Oh, alright, here we go. We like to start off with a knockdown. Get our bear out. 2 revenants, a construct, and 2 skellies. Is that it? Okay. Adair's gonna miss his knockdown, because that's what he does. It doesn't seem like this is immune. Ugh, I'm a little worried this thing's gonna come after me. Like, ooh, Adair taking big damn here. Let's try to heal. We missed with Mott's. That sucks. Hit with that one though, so that's pretty clutch. That's gonna let us attempt to charm this guy. We really want that to hit. No, move up, dumbass. No, charm. Thank you. He's trying. This dude's trying to come after me. We really want this. The spell whiffed. That is the risk. So now we're kind of in trouble. See, I'm taking big damage. I'm gonna try to cut him off with the bear. I need to. We're gonna drink that potion that we just picked up. This might be our first fail. That's a nice knockdown from Adair. I'm drinking my potion. I think Adair's gonna need to drink one of his. I think we're gonna. Our hope. We really need to charm this guy, so we're just gonna shoot the Revenant for the focus.
I need some help here.
Adair just went down. He does have the res from his armor, so he's gonna get back up. Shardik goes down. That's okay though. We are desperate for this one to hit. There, the charm just hit. I don't know if it's going to be enough. We are chugging potions with Adair. We are running away with Mott's.
Let's go.
Alright, Adair's still in the fight. We have the construct on our team. But this Revenant is beating my ass. Oh, we need another bear. Another bear. There. Now, can I get away from this fucker? Alright, we killed the bastard Skelly. We put the bear on this guy. The charm has 8 seconds left on it. But we can try to cast it again. Let's get a quick shot off. Pistol shot. We do a little damo. And now we need to be ready to cast our spell again. We really want to kill this mother flipping. We are out of heals too.
Missed.
Alright. Can we get this? Oh. Yeah, fuck. Adair might. It's not looking good for Adair right now. Can we get this charm? We did get the charm, which is pretty lucky, but we're going to lose Adair here in a minute, so it might not matter. We really want the skeleton to go down first, like that. Alright. Can we get one more knockdown? Adair's going to go down for sure. Really hard fight here in the tutorial section. This Revenant's almost dead. So down goes that Revenant. Now we move the bear over here, but the charm's about to wear off again. So we're gonna prepare to cast that again. Like the second wears off, right there. We go back and cast it again. Shardik's dead. Adair's dead. We got the charm off, and we have one more bear cast. So now we hold. We might be fucked anyways, so I have to restart the fight. So the Revenant's gonna go down, but now the problem is it's just gonna be me and this big fucker, and I don't know that I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna switch weapons. We're gonna go back to the big gun.
Let's go.
And just hope. I just don't think we're gonna be able to outlast this fuck. Because Shardik's about to die.
Watch it.
Okay, now this is why I came. This is why I did this from over here. We're gonna bail. and hope. Oh, damn it. I was really hoping that was going to explode. So I think we are restarting. Alright. Hang on.
You just got your asses whipped by a bunch of goddamn nerds.
That's an F8. That's the reload button.
Wait.
It's alright. I'm gonna have a cig. Let's take a quick 3-minute break. I'm gonna try to finish Tutorial Island before we call it a night. This is a fucking bitch of a fight, honestly. A real fucking bitcherina Dino. Alright. BRB. Alright, we're back. We are back. See if we can beat this stupid fight. I don't know that there's really like, I don't know that there's really like a better strat. I think maybe we just need things to go better. I do think that this is an optional fight. Like, I'm pretty sure I can leave right now, but that's some bitch-made stuff, yeah. I don't think I really have I wonder if it'd be worth it to try to set one of these traps. It's loud though, so I think they're gonna come a-running. Let's find out. Yeah, you see that just pulled their attention. But now maybe if I back him out, back him up a little bit, see if that does anything at all. Do we want bear right away or do we save it? It sucks that we have to shoot these skellies to start because our gun really sucks against the skeletons. So he did trigger the trap, and it did do good damage. So that's honestly not bad.
Take him down.
I think now maybe we want bear. Let's get the bear out. Let's switch weapons. Oh, hang on, I canceled my bear. Bear. So I got bear out. I got kind of a wall formed, which is nice. But I still cannot even try to cast my spell, which is fucking dicks. Let's use this since I don't know if it's gonna be any good. It did frighten him. I forget what the fuck frighten did, but
I hope nobody saw that.
you see though the fucking tank just holding the wall here really nice. We really need to hit with our gun with mounts.
I need some help here.
And we just can't do it. All these misses with mounts are killing us right now. We're gonna chuck a potion. If we even have the time. We did drink the potion, which is nice. Let's try to knock down this revenant. Okay, we finally fucking hit. Now we can try to charm the big guy. Really? That's a hit, and it did. Nice. Let's chug another potion. Oh, stop attacking him, Shardik, you big dumb fuck.
I need some help here.
There's the potion with the dare. Let's try to get another knockdown. I'd like to kill this frickin' bastard Skelly down here. Resummon. Nice, that's a huge hit. I think we resummon Shardik. Put him down here. Tell Adair to attack this guy. Much better shape here. We're gonna try and charm this guy again right now. If this hits, I think we win the fight. Did hit. We still have Adair's res from his gear too. So if he goes down, he's not out of the fight. 10 seconds on the charm.
Hey, we had some good times.
Don't talk like that, Adair. Come on. Come on, buddy. Shit. Recharm. Okay. We have one more summon of the bear. Adair's about to go down.
Let's go.
Oh, alright. Alright, we're in okay shape. Now we need to take down the rest of this guy's health. Hopefully without Adair going down. But even if he goes down, I think we're okay. Oh, no. We want to attack, not move.
Take him down.
So he's still charmed. Now he's not. And he's gonna... Boy, I wonder if it's worth charming him and attacking him anyways. Even though he doesn't have anybody.
Come on!
He's gonna run around like a dipshit, but... we're still attacking him, so I think that's fine.
Let's go!
Yeah, it breaks the charm. He goes down, but he's gonna get up, and we won the fight. Alright.
What's a metal killing machine doing out here by
So
himself?
since he went down
anyway?
in a fight, he takes an injury. You see these little blood markings down here. So he has minus 20 fortitude until I rest. We're gonna rest in here. If you get 3 of these and then go down again, you die. The character is dead. He is gone forever. You never get him back. So we are not gonna let that happen. There's no reason not to rest here. So if I click the rest button, it's going to bring up this screen. And this is a lot of the stuff that we've been looting. And if you look here, they provide buffs if you eat them when you rest. So for instance, if we give Adair this delicious, what is that, a chicken? He's gonna heal over time until our next rest. Pretty cool system right here, and as we play we're gonna get better and better and better foods and stuff like that to provide better and better and better buffs. And then also some of the stuff you see, ship crew morale, spoilers, we're gonna get a ship and we're gonna have a crew and we have to have food and water, and they have like a morale system we're gonna see. And that's what a lot of these kind of other things are used for. We'll see a little bit later. I'm eating some pork. I'm gonna rest. That's gonna clear the injury that Adair had and provide those buffs. And if we had like a wizard or a spell, different type of spellcaster, we're gonna see this later, it would also allow them to cast more of them. A dozen paintings mildewed and worthless line the wall amongst broken
That
bottles.
looks about as good as it smells at this point. Well, that's gonna be hard to clean.
Ew. Ring of minor protection. Nice. Throw that on the tank. See down here, it shows all his different defenses. This is giving him +5 of fortitude, reflex, and will. So those are the... See those numbers changing down there? Makes them harder to hit. Nice. More scrolls. Neither of our guys can use scrolls, but we will eventually get people who can. It allows us to cast spells. I think we might be done. Oh, there was something over there, that's right. The waters here glow an eerie blue, and the glistens with reflected light. You can just make out an opening in the cavern wall to the northwest, where the water flows onward. The tunnel seems to extend a short distance before turning sharply, but you cannot see where it leads. Send someone ahead to scout ahead for air pockets. Adair, get in there. Adair sets out at a good pace, cutting through the water with confident strokes. Nearly to the far side of the tunnel, Adair finds a space to come up for air. With a place to rest along the way, the swim should be more manageable. Swim through. You come up into what appears to be another smaller cavern where moonlight streams in from an opening in the stone. Now we're on the other side. Oh, it's dark out. Ghost.
Told him not to bring that thing in there. Didn't like the look of it one bit. But no one daren't speak poor of his precious animancy tech.
The ghostly figure paces the length of the small outcropping with quick, deliberate steps, muttering to herself all the while. Her long cape flaps with the wind that blows from the in-between. So what she's talking about here is that big construct that we saw. That was like that was an example of like bad animancy, because they'll put like souls into the constructs. That's what she's talking about here.
Special gift from his contact, he says. Now it's acting all weird. Gives me the damn creeps. You feel it too, right? Like it's looking straight through you?
She turns piercing purple eyes on you. She shakes her head and resumes her pacing.
Came out here to get away. Couldn't stand it staring at me anymore. Then... Oh, my memory's fuzzy. Anyway, you want a Benwith's? Haven't seen you for, but he's been bringing all sort of new folks on lately. Can't hardly keep track. Oh yeah, one of the crew got it off those Valian bungholes. The ones what with the fancy ships and jaunty caps. We swipe things from them all the time.
Valian, once the crown jewel of the southern seas, Old Valia is now the crumbled remnants of an empire of warring merchant nations, counting many humans and dwarves among their ranks. The old Valian countries are still forced to be reckoned with and are proud of their rich cultural heritage. The southernmost of the old empires, Old Valia suffered a similar fate to their northern neighbors, the Aedirans, in losing their most prosperous colonial territories, the Valian republics. Many old Valians in the Deadfire archipelago are associated with the Principi Sed Patrina, a vast coalition of pirates. I am going to kill your boss the next time I see him.
Oh, no, don't go doing that. He's a real good guy under all the murder and thievery. Gave me an extra ration of rum once because I was sick with the jumpies. Plus, he'd probably kill you back. Look, maybe we should stick together. Feels right, you know? Well, with you being the only other thing around and all. I can give you a hand with, spirity stuff.
I guess I'm supposed to. Do what you like.
Now, don't be a spoil sport. We'll have a grand time. Just you wait and see.
The spirit leaves her wreck boat behind and follows you, still muttering to herself. I don't know if there's like a mechanic to letting these ghosts follow you or not. I have no idea. Alright. Nothing else here. You just swim back. Alright. Think tutorial cave is done. one death. Not too bad. Okay, so now everybody's down here by the fire chilling, I'm assuming. What's up, dudes? Ooh, take that healing poties. Healing poties. I'll actually give this. Oh, he still hit. I thought I used it. Well, we'll just load up the tank with healing poties. That trap honestly worked pretty well, didn't it? Let's put the other trap on my inventory. We'll try to use those. Right. What are we doing? Talking?
I suppose we are lucky to have found land.
What a mess. We'll be needing help getting the Defiant off the ground.
Do you know anything about this
We got
place?
turned around in that storm. Hard to be sure just where we are.
What do we do now?
Not much chance of us moving the ship on our own, but we're in charted waters. There's bound to be a town nearby.
Theodore said you had to bail him out of trouble. Diverus? Was he crying? You can tell me.
Oh, quiet! You were under a damned barrel.
Fair. Fair point.
They warned me strange things would come following you, Watcher.
What's over here? I don't know if I'm supposed to go back to the ship.
Spy! Magran, here! My flame burns yet!
Oh, you have a wonderful accent, sir.
Is that ye?
Eld Ingram appears to be in sound condition. Though his wax jacket is soaked through, he appraises you with bleary-eyed amusement.
You woke just in time for the fun. Fighting off motherless raiders one moment, flung into the freezing depths of Ondra's bosom the next.
Ingram's eye twitches as he flashes a smile notable for its extraordinary absence of teeth.
Aye. Magran learns us poor bastards that a little excitement's good for the heart.
This is referring to the priest in the first game. He was a little off. The last Magranite to travel with me almost went mad because of his goddess's trials.
Aye, but almost mad ain't fully mad. Ah, old Durance.
That was him.
The goddess shan't forge another like him in our lives, Captain.
Yeah, he was something.
There's nae getting the ship back underway without repairs. Yonder road inland seems the best chance of that. You want to be kicking some of the corpses before you go, see if some cry out. We need a crew if we're to set sail. I'll see you at the campfire, Captain. Magran's flame warms my soul, but these ailed bones need a touch of the real thing.
This old lovely voice actor. The others are waiting.
Good. We four will comb the strand. I'd wager the road yonder leads somewhere helpful. Roads mean people, people mean goods. I ween it's worth a try.
We have leveled up. Okay, we are going to level up. We'll level up Adair first. Okay, so for each level up, we're gonna... I think for each level up, we get an active skill and a passive skill. We're gonna basically try to, like, split these up amongst the party so that everything is covered by somebody. Also, this athletics skill gives you, like, a heal. The heal that we were using in combat for Adair is because he has some athletics, so we want him to have a pretty good... He's gonna be a good athletics guy. Are we gonna commit to explosives with him? I don't know. For now, we'll just go with athletics. Gives him a better heal, and it will make him better in those text events that we get. It will take these ratings into account. Just gonna kind of lean into athletics and survival with him. Let's see. character becomes more fleet and nimble, increasing stride and granting a defensive bonus against disengagement attacks. Additional weapon set. And unarmed. The fighter intensely focuses on their training, gaining the Aware inspiration for a time. Let's see what Aware does. Gives him +5 perception, which is going to make him more likely to hit. Turns his grazes into hits. Essentially, this is just going to make him do more damage for 15 seconds. I think that's what we're going to go with. It's just a nice self-buff for him to be able to cast in fights. And none of these are really all that exciting. Very good. So I think for Mats, what I might do is I might have him be our mechanics guy. So this lets us disarm traps like we just did. And because he's always going to be in our party, I think it might be a good idea to have him be the guy who does that. Otherwise, what's going to happen is, like, if I have somebody else in the party who specializes in this, I'm going to take them out of the party for just whatever, because I need somebody else, and then I'm not going to be able to disarm any traps. It also, I think, makes it more effective for me to place traps, which I really... That was pretty nice in that last fight. I never really tried traps in the first game, but maybe we'll try it. I'm going to make maybe diplomatic. So since I'm multi-class, you see up here it says choose an ability for one class. So I actually have to choose. Much harder choice when you're a multi-classer and what you're going to do here. I like this, but I don't know if I like it enough. These are all... Making the bear beefier is a thought. That's not a lot. 10% extra time on anything on any of my spells. You think if it hits for 20 seconds, that only makes it, I mean, it's going to be, you know, what's the difference between 22 and 20? I don't think that's worth. Or we can take another one of the spells that we went over in Character Creator. I think that's what we're gonna... The Whisper of Treason, like, it's so strong, but it's like... it's a little situational, because I don't always necessarily want to cast it, like... First of all, if we're up against a solo enemy. Because once we attack the enemy, it breaks the charm. So it's good for fights against multiple enemies, but... This is the AoE. What was Shaken and Confuse again? Confuse makes it so he can attack his buddies. It'd be nice to have something that attacks something other than will. So, because these attack the will defense, but if I'm ever up against enemies that have really high will defense, it'd be nice to have something else to cast. Otherwise, I'm just gonna miss. Blind. I kind of like this. I kind of like Soul Shock. the AoE. This is the buff that you can put on a buddy. So I could take this and combine it with what Adair just took, because then Adair turns into a real powerhouse for like 20 seconds. This is the other AoE. This one was raw damage though, and this one was shock damage. But this one required like targeting, because it hits somebody and then it hits the people behind him. And it's really hard to control where the enemies are like that, so I feel like I'm gonna whiff. Whereas this one, I just put on the tank, and like in that last fight where the tank's totally surrounded, it just hits everybody. I'm gonna take Soul Shot. Yep. Yeah, the mechanics is also lockpick, so this is the right call. We're gonna lean into mechanics for mods, so that we always have a lockpicker, we always can disarm traps. Okay. We can call it. Call it for day one. We are done with this portion. We're not leaving the island yet. Looks like there's a town that we're going to go to tomorrow. Hopefully fix our boat so we can get off this motherfucking island. Start chasing down that big blue cake statue. So that's the plan. Yeah, pretty good stopping point. Good start. Gonna be a long way to go. This is gonna be a long adventure. Obviously tonight we spent like 2 hours doing bullshit. So from here on out we'll be able to make a little bit more progress. Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow we will go to that town, fix our boat, hopefully get off the island, and we'll meet some more party members, hopefully, for fuck's sake, because we have 2 people and a bear. So if you watched any of this, thank you. Hopefully it wasn't too terribly boring. If you have tips, thoughts, message me, put them in chat. I'll read them. We're going to be back tomorrow at like 8:30. For probably about, maybe a little longer than tonight, honestly. I worked today, so we were up pretty early. Tomorrow, Packer game at noon. Packers at Browns. I like our chances. Be a sad boy if we lose. Be a whole different stream. Sunday streams are going to be dependent on Packer success. Alright. Thank you. Have a good night.